chat! Welcome to another stream. I'm exhausted. The time switch here was not kind to me. But how's it going, Michaela? Hello, hello. Good to see you again. Let's see. Today is November 2nd of 2020. And yesterday was daylight whatever time in the US. Different time than the rest of the world. I got one little bit of hair that's sticking up. What's going on there? Stop that. But anyway, it's Monday, so we're ready to do some more codes for today. Hopefully I stay awake for the stream because oh my god, I'm already tired. But yeah, how are you all doing? Let's say hi to everyone who's here. We've got Rollers who noticed that I was slightly late. Yeah, this morning has been kind of all over the place, getting set up and such, and you know, looking at my clock and being like, why do I feel so tired, but it's already this time? And it's like, oh, right, because the time switched over last night, or the night before, I don't even know. Some day of March, right? We've also got Shaz Robot, we've got Yoda Droid, we've got Michaela, we've also got Beldantes, who is watching the Explains video, so you missed first. That's fine. We've also got Solace, hello, hello. Oh, today's your first day of work, Solace. Congrats. Well, do your work. Don't watch my stream. Go do your work. We've also got El Papa Pig and M2Dev.net. We've also got Jaholo. We've got Flush38. We've got Drunk Time Lord, who says my pie is complex indeed. It is pretty complex, or at least the type inferency stuff is kind of complex. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Vicious X? Hello, hello. Binary Sloth, I haven't seen you in a while, Binary Sloth. Welcome back, good to see you. We've also got Tillkie, who says print hello. In this channel, we print hello, hello. But hello to you. But I'm ready to learn about symbol tables and semantic analysis. Semanal for short, apparently. Yes. Or they pronounce it seminal, but inside my brain, that's how I read it. You know, slightly incorrectly, but that's the way things go. Hey, what's up, James Boyan and Gaming Buddhist? Hello, hello. I was watching streams from 2019, and now I'm missing beard. Oh, yeah. There were probably a few streams in 2019 where I was a scruffy boy. But I mean, it does grow in if I leave it going. The problem is my beard is super patchy, so like right here doesn't grow in at all, so I kind of get this weird like neck beard and then like spindly mustache, which I don't know, I don't think it's it's not the most attractive look, let me put it that way. Brother, they have not given me my work email or laptop yet, so I can't work. I guess that's fair. That says, usually you should not be tired because you slept an extra hour. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I tried to go to bed at whatever time that I was supposed to go to bed at. But instead I couldn't sleep, so I stayed up later, and then I started doing work, and then... and then I tried waking up at the normal time, which... I don't know. I woke up based on the sun and not based on the clock. So I don't know. My brain is all sorts messed up. I wish that they just, like, didn't do daylight savings time anymore, because... it's a fucking mess. But yeah, Binary Sauce says I was taking some time off, but now I'm back. Well, welcome back. Good to see you. No shave November. Oh, I forgot to start the bot. Okay, the bot is running now. My bad. Now you guys can bonk people. We bang today. I can do set today. Working on some MISC open source, and then a few small things for pre-commit.ci. Oh, I gotta use the emote too, of course. ADC pre-commit, there we go. Boom, set up, perfect. Neckbeards unite. Okay, but yeah, anyway, the bot's up now, so we're good. I'm getting it tomorrow morning, so that's the thing. Cool, awesome. Yodadroid says, someone said that your Unix foo isn't a neckbeard considering what the original Unix hackers look like. Memeish and weird. I see. I see. Yeah, that was worth getting bonked. That was worth getting bonked. I'll have to set the MOTD to MOTD. Perfect. All your messages didn't come for chat rank. It's true. It missed those already. The MOTD is so bad. Like, what is the best text editor? I see. Okay. Alright. So, the stuff that I want to work on today is a little bit miscellaneous. Hey, what's up, tillkie? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I guess I should talk about the stuff I did since last time. I did actually do a bunch of work offline. Why did you search for GitHub? I want to go to... I typed in the exact URL and then I clicked enter. You know what probably happened? I probably had my mouse here. And so when I typed GitHub, it searched? I don't know. Weird. Anyway, I did some stuff since last time. Most of it was around the wheel building stuff that I was working on before. So I... well, also, I guess okay. These are the things... So last time we were working a little bit on virtualenv. I didn't actually get that patch done yet. I need to rethink about how I'm going to approach it because the current behavior of virtualenv is kind of tricky there. So I have to... Oh, this is crooked again. Now it's crooked in the other direction. Oh wait, no, my keyboard is just crooked. There we go. I cleaned my desk. I don't know if you guys can tell, but... So I took everything off of it and put everything back on. So I fixed that. But anyway, so I took some of the stuff that we did on stream with the virtualenv patch and split those off into a separate PR since they were kind of unrelated to what I was working on. So like these exists to isdir checks. I got rid of the try except here because this can't fail unless there's something really wrong. And if something's really wrong, it shouldn't silently fail here. I also... Yeah, this is another isdir change. This passes along an argument that wasn't passed along. Another isdir change. And then the chmod change, which resets the original mode and sets execute so that you can listdir. Also, I removed reset app data because it made this test completely useless because it was deleting the read-only directory, so it wasn't actually testing anything here. But yeah, I went through and split those out into separate PRs so that I could at least get something out of the code that I wrote last stream. But that's that. Oh, and this was the wheeling stuff that I talked about last stream and that we started setting up for ABI3 stuff. I set up a wheeling job on Argon2 CFFI, which is one of Hinix packages, which is used by Jupyter notebooks. So in a way, I guess I have enabled Jupyter notebooks to work better, despite you guys know my opinions about Jupyter notebooks. But anyway, I figured I'd help Hinnik out, and so I set up a job which builds all of these wheels for him. So Mini-Linux 1 for 2.7 wide and narrow, CPython 3.5 and above using ABI3, PyPy 2.7, 3.6, and 3.7, as well as Mini-Linux 2010 for the PyPy wheels. There's actually no reason to promote these, but we build them anyway. There isn't really a way to turn off Mini-Linux 2010 for PyPy, so because Mini-Linux 1 can be used in the same place as Mini-Linux 2010, so there's like no reason to build these. But anyway, they get built anyway, so I said fuck it, whatever, we'll include those. And then macOS wheels for CPython 2.7. There should actually be two variants of macOS wheels, but the GitHub Actions runner only supplies the narrow build of Python 2.7. But you know, honestly, I hope that no one cares about the narrow and wide build of Python in the year 2020, because it's not a thing in Python 3. There is only the wide build. There's no longer a narrow build. So, honestly, no one should care about 2.7 either. But this thing supported 2.7, so I put some extra effort into there. And it also builds CPython 2.7 wheels for 32-bit, 64-bit, as well as the brand new ABI3 wheels for Windows for 32 and 64-bit. And I'll give you a quick look at what that YAML looks like. But basically it's a few separate jobs. So there's one for Menu Linux, and the Menu Linux has these combinations. Menu Linux has two different Docker images. One is used for PyPy. Interestingly enough, I actually maintain the the PyPy Menu Linux image, so if you guys find problems with that, I can fix that. So we actually worked on that on stream a while back, I think. But anyway, here's those, and here's the CPython stuff, and then I also have here's the actual build where it does install libffi and then run pip wheel and then run audit wheel and then show what was zipped. And then we also do the macOS builds. The macOS build is a little bit simpler. It's literally just pip wheel and then upload those artifacts. And then Windows is also simple like macOS, just pip wheel and upload. But created that job. We switched it to be a workflow dispatch job. This is how Hinnick wants to run it. So I set up a manually triggerable workflow with inputs, and that allows me to remove submodules, remove menting the source directory, but I have to select a particular version of this library. That all works, but I set that up. I also did one other thing with Hinnick's package, which is to remove seed isort config, since this thing is now deprecated and is no longer needed if you're using isort 5. So I was able to delete this and delete this, which is pretty awesome. And that's basically the open source stuff I did since last time. Oh no, I'm far behind on chat. Hey, what's up, Voodoo? Hello. Maybe you typed it too fast. It's possible. It's possible. Maybe you accidentally typed space before enter. Cheesewind says, by the way, what happened to using GitLab since 2019 when we were struggling with sidebars? GitLab is still a fucking pain in the ass to use. PyCQA. The sidebar stuff is still really annoying. They've at least made it so it hides it now, so it's slightly less bad. But I assume you're watching old streams of mine where I'm complaining about this, so it's slightly better now. But if I go to a pull request, I think it's still broken. Requests. This one. Oh. Okay, never mind. They fixed this one too. Maybe it's only when you're logged in. Ready for the funniest thing about me using GitLab? Hey, what's up, webatxcent? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. The funniest thing about me using GitLab is I log in with GitHub, which I think is silly. Oh, I guess they did make it a little bit better. Okay, but anyway, these used to be always expanded and really, yeah. So you would see this, and I would get this tiny little view of the center of the screen. So they made it a little bit better, I guess. Do you also pronounce TOC TOU as talk to you? Oh, I see that. That's great, Michaela. I like that. The horse one's brown says, "What is a virtual environment in Python?" Fortunately, I have a video for you. Virtual env. Is that the right one? Virtual VM. Yes, check out this video. I talk about virtual environments, and you can learn more about those there. No, I haven't talked to you about Jupyter. I see what you did there, rollers. Gail says, I wasn't paying attention to any of that. Can you say it all again? Sip. You'll just have to watch the VOD, Michaela. Pavlikover P, how's it going? Welcome back. Hey, Anthony, can you talk a little bit about Python relative imports and the usage of module properties in Python? Are you talking about... So, I do plan to do some stuff on imports at some time. I have I have a video idea already about it, I think. Scratch, wiki, Anthony explains ideas. I really need to move these into issues. Imports. So we talk about that. We talk about this. I guess I don't have anything about relative imports. Maybe I'll video idea relative imports. Module level getter. I'm also gonna talk about module level getter, which is kind of a cool, weird new thing in Python 3.7, I think. Dev getter. I don't think you do self. Do you do self? I don't know. Is that how this works? From T import what? Why did it print name? Oh, because I did this. Oh, I see. That's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, but I think this is a 3.7 feature. Yeah. So I guess I'll do a video about that. Is that what you're talking about with module properties? Or you mean like properties of module in the abstract sense? But yeah. Hey, what's up, Arthino? Hello, hello. Sparkle Cake Sparkle, oh no. Oh no. Hey, what's up, Dom? Do you have coding and Metalstorm? Good to see you both as well. I guess it's just me that pronounces like that in my head. Well, I mean, seems pretty fair. Hey, what's up, JB Pratt? Hello, hello. Init 420. What? Hey, what's up, Sansin Leggett? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Chazerwhat says, did you update VirtualBox? I wonder what this fixed. I am not on the latest version of VirtualBox, so I am still on 6.1.14, and I believe 6.1.16 came out. I don't know, I don't really pay attention to their release updates at all. And unfortunately, let's see if it'll do it again. Probably not, because it's already open. But it'll show this little like update box, and there's a thing that looks like a link, but it's not a link. And it's really just like, ugh. And you can't copy and paste it either because it's not selectable. It's the most fucking frustrating thing in the world. But hey, what's up, casadoconhijos? Oh, I guess it's casadoconhijos. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Arthina says, will you write better docs today? Kappa, I see you. I see you. Isn't that frustrating, Shaz? It used to work. That link used to work. They broke it at some point, and I don't know why they haven't fixed it yet. I also don't know where to report a bug either, so I like searched for a bunch of time to try and find something that's broken. Yo, Stonks, what's up? I saw you in BeginBot's channel yesterday. Welcome to the stream, Stonks. I can't even copy and paste. How do you even screw that up? Right? Okay, so I did a couple of things to improve pre-commit.ci since last time as well. And we're actually going to try and fix one of the bugs today, which is kind of annoying. This is pre-commit.ci prod, so I can log in with my account. You can see all of the things that I have set up. It's particularly slow for this endpoint. I'm not really sure why, but anyway, you can see I've configured a bunch of orgs. This is one of the bugs we're going to fix today. The link that GitHub gives us is... once I log in... Ah, dang it. The link that GitHub gives us for this page, unless they fixed it since last night, the link that GitHub gives us for this page, 404s. So let me just show you with not having login prompt in the middle. It just 404s. And this is the link that GitHub tells me to use. So we're gonna try and change this to a different URL that works. Let me see, I have a support thread. They told me the right URL. So they say that, oops. Say that this URL works. But I have to figure out what this ID is supposed to be. I think first this... Also, this ID doesn't match the install ID, so you can see the install ID is like 1.2 million or 12,725,000 or something. The ID that's actually supposed to go here is the organization ID, which is 317,000 for SAS. And this URL works fine. This is the same prompt essentially. And that eventually redirects to this URL. I wonder if I can just use this URL instead. Like, what happens if I don't? Like, is this URL refreshable? Is the question. Maybe I could just use this URL. This URL seems good. Hey, what's up, topcoderTV? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Let me see if I can use that for this org. Which I am the admin of. Okay, then it redirects to here. Oh my god, what the fuck? What about for my personal user? Okay, so that redirects to the right place. So I guess I could just use this URL. That's so obnoxious. But anyway, I'll fix that later. Song said, I saw you in Begins channel 2, trying Arch Linux, not going well. Yes, Arch is a lot of work, as Sans and like has said. The Arch wiki is pretty good. Yeah, the Arch wiki is great. Arch wiki is amazing. For basically all Linux distributions. Jinxwin says, man, don't start on Gentoo then. By the time you get it configured, you could have coded an entire application on Ubuntu. Yes, that's pretty true. Problem is, setting up Arch is not worth the time for most people. Yeah, I agree with that. Hey, Rickers in chat, how's it going? Hello, hello. Stonk says, I'm learning about partition and everything, but I didn't know it would be this hard. Oh, partitioning your disk. I was like, I have a YouTube video about string.partition, but that's Python. That's Python. Build office. I see the correction there with the hello, hello. That's good. Okay, but let's talk about the first thing that I want to do that's going to be kind of easy to do. Which is making this auto update. Because right now, there's a very, very manual step that I do to update this playlist. What? What the fuck happened here? Well, and clearly you can see that it's working exactly as intended. Private video. Thanks, YouTube API. But right now, basically what I do is every day I come in here and I click this link, and then I click this button here. But what I could do is make this just, you know, periodically run on a job here, on a periodic job. Actually, what is it? What did it link to for this private video? Does it actually expose the YouTube link? It does, and I bet this link works now because I've made it public. Yeah. Wild. But yeah, so I'm gonna do two things here, I guess. I didn't know I was gonna have to do this, but I'm gonna do some cron stuff, and I'm going to make it ignore private videos. I hope that, I wonder if the commit made by GitHub Actions will be enough to have it run the next day. Because normally Actions builds will skip commits that were made by GitHub Actions. So I don't know if the I don't know if it'll allow it to rerun. I don't know. We're gonna enable GitHub Actions cron and see what happens here. Private video isn't linked to YouTube, isn't it? It is linked in this case, EasyLight. I must have ran this right before I pressed publish. So that's why this happened. Stunk says it's gonna take a while. This should be pretty easy. This is gonna be fast. Cron John says Jumpty up coding. Yeah. What am I working on? We're gonna work on making this thing fixed. That's the first thing we're gonna do today. It should just be modifying this to, instead of being on workflow dispatch, being on well, we actually probably want two things. On push to, I think we just want on cron. On schedule. Why has it done that? Why is it doing this? Let me find one where we're already doing this. Pre-commit.com. I know pre-commit.com does this. Okay. So then I'm gonna figure out, hopefully, I'm hoping that they tell me when this is going to run in Pacific time, because I usually upload about the same time. Okay, this is in UTC. 11 a.m. Pacific in UTC. Maybe I'll make it run at noon? But this is gonna change with daylight savings time. Man, I fucking hate time zones. The goddamn mess. I guess if I make it run at noon, sometimes it'll be an hour late, and that's fine. So let's do 12 a.m. Pacific. So 8 a.m. UTC. That doesn't sound right. Isn't Pacific like -9? Oh, this is 12 p.m. not a.m. Oh, 12 p.m. Okay, so we want it to run at 8 p.m. This makes a lot more sense. 8 p.m. So instead of 8:0, we want, and we'll make it run at 8:05. Why is this not editable? Oh, this one is the editable one. So we want 25, I think. We'll also allow workflow dispatch as well. Okay, so I think this is all you need to do to make this work. Start commit. Oh, love this. Look at that, great CSS shenanigans. Woo! Schedule, playlist, update periodically, and okay, we'll commit straight to master. What could go wrong? Leonard says that Leopold looks so comfy in there. You guys can't even say Leopold today. We've who do we have today? We've got Pumpkin over here, and we've got Ty, and we've got Zane, and we got Carpet. Leopold is actually way over there. you can't see Leopold. Leopold's off the screen. But yes, they're all very comfy today. I was actually using them as pillows last night while watching some YouTube videos. So that's why they're all chilling out there. They make very, very comfy pillows. But yeah. Time says you can leave workflow dispatch there as well, and it's scheduled cron. I don't want it to run every hour. I just want it to run. Well, I guess I could make it run twice. We're gonna make it run at 11 and 12. That way if I screwed up, where did that tab go? What did I do? Yeah, we can make it run both. Why no, let me. No, that's not. Okay, this is how I edit the file. So I think if I do this. Let's see, when we're -9, we need to add an hour? God, I hate time zones. Look at this CSS. They probably didn't think about this problem. That's great. We also run an hour later for DST. Still says only 4K until I have 100,000 points. Nice. The chat economy here is booming. It's true. Stunks. Are you gonna get in on the chat economy? I suspect Michaela has found the chat API and just spams it in her spare time. No, the way it works, the way the top 10 chat works is only when the bot is running, it actually keeps logs of all the messages, and then does some complicated greps to or I guess logs. What are we doing? Let's see if we can do the crazy regex that we did before. Grep dash O. Not this. Let's actually want EO. E-I-E-I-O. This, and then not left angle bracket star, then angle bracket, not angle bracket plus, then angle bracket, and then and that, and then sort unique dash C, sort dash RN, head dash 10. And then we can change this grep to be... This is close. This is a close approximation. It doesn't account for /me, but it's pretty close. But anyway, that's... Let's see. Yeah, it's within... I guess Michaela does not use /me very often. But it's pretty close to the actual numbers. But yeah, that's how that works. There's no special API. It's just... my bot records all this. So if we wanted to see, you know, top 20 chatters, here's the top 20 chatters, which seems about right. Yeah, there's no surprises here. Although Parsit doesn't have a Twitch account anymore, so Parsit will never get higher. But anyway, Middlestorm says just get a bigger monitor, yeah, or more monitors. I mean, I have 3 monitors right now, so I have plenty of monitor. He says, speaking of which, are there any good monitor deals? I was actually looking through replacing. I was looking at replacing this one here, because this monitor is like 13 years old, and it has 2 dead pixels that I know of, and it has screen burn-in if I leave it on all day, which I usually do because I spend a lot of time on computers, where like parts of the screen fade out. It's actually really jarring to look at, but I've gotten used to it because it just kind of happens to me over time. I was looking at replacements for this, and they don't really provide this form factor anymore. They have like 32-inch monitors and 28-inch monitors, but not 30, and not in this aspect ratio. Most of them are like the ultra wides, so like this aspect ratio, whereas this is 16:9. I think this is actually, maybe they're both 16:9. I don't know, but I couldn't find one in my like short amount of searching. Although they've gotten a lot cheaper, so that's a thing, and more pixels, so that's good. It's not Reginald, yeah. There should be a bot command for the plushies and their names. Yeah, there probably should be one. The thing is, I'd have to update it every day. And I would forget to do... I already forget to do all the things I'm supposed to do when I start a stream. And I would totally forget that one as well. Ugh. Man, YouTube has a lot of spam comments. I feel like the first half hour of uploading a video, it's just me reporting comments as porn. And the worst is they're like content accounts that were just created like minutes ago. Oh, here's another one. Yeah, three spam comments in like the video's been up for 50 minutes. 50 minutes, and I got 3 spam comments. Crazy. It's crazy. Sola says, really scary finding enterprise level apps running React in development mode. Yeah, a lot of them run apps in development mode. No history command, even though you're storing our personal data. It's not personal. Look, I talked with somebody who does GDPR stuff, and there's no personally identifiable information here. Drink Time says, how do these girls just chatting streamers have 2,500 viewers within minutes of coming online? Phrasing, but I don't know. They're popular. That's the way things go, I guess. EasyLight says, Regex always reminds me of Primogen and has opinion on it. Yeah, well, Primogen's just bad at Regex. It's true. He's just bad at Regex. He's admitted it on stream. I'm not saying anything controversial here. He's just not good at Regex. But that's the way things go, I guess. It's Anthony's dresser. Yeah. The middle one looks more like 1610. This is the resolution of it. So it's not 1610. Well, maybe it is. Let's see. Python 3 import fractions. Import fractions. I think it's a fractions modules. Fractions not fraction. 8.5. It is 1610. It is 1610. I don't know why they say 1610 instead of 8.5, you know. Right? Shouldn't it be 8.5? Shouldn't they simplify their fractions? But you're right, it is 1610. Good eye there, Melting Lava. What chat really needs to know is who is at rank 69. Juan Carlos Paco is 69. I think. Let's see, chat rank Juan Carlos Paco. 69. I guess technically not. It shouldn't have been 69. They're actually tied. Oh, it doesn't handle ties, does it? Oh, it doesn't handle ties. Damn. Well, that's a bug. Interesting. Rank commands don't handle ties. Let me copy and paste this. Oh, I should just copy and paste it from here. That's gonna be better. Simplex and Juan Carlos Paco. Copy. What? I guess this is the emote for the streamer. I guess that's what makes sense there. But anyway, should fix that at some point. Oh, this looks more like what it does in my terminal. But anyway, nice little boog there. Like the Twitch sub badgers. Look. Look, I started working on them and I did not get there. Oh, plush orange. I guess we could do that. That would be a thing. Hey, what's up, D Rocha? Hello. Welcome to the stream. Every time it says being bad at regex isn't controversial, it's the norm. See, some people like it's normal to be bad at regex, but it's like I don't know. I think at a point you should try and learn. Instead of just like refusing to learn. You know? Roller says, what about some coding guy? He doesn't like regex here. No, some coding guy is fine with regex. He just thinks that regexes should be you know, licensed, tested, and distributed instead of just like everyone writing crappy versions of them or copying and pasting them. He thinks that we should be more granular about software licenses for regular expressions, which I think is a great idea. I think that's cool. It's actually 4 to 2.5, says Michaela. Nice. Dirk Diamond says 21.9 should also be 7.3, but :9 has become a display standard. Also, Americans don't understand fractions anyway. That's true. That's true. Also, ratios are technically slightly different than fractions, although you can think of them as fractions, but or you can simplify them with fractions. But yeah, anyway. Anyway, Stonks, you just passed rank 666. You're now at 660. Nice, nice. Nice. I like how much it goes up when you get to your 11th message. Eastlight says, usernames and issues, what would the EU say to that? Literally my own username. You guys are you're just trolling me now. Licensed, tested, distributed, signed, sealed, delivered on yours. Hey, what's up, Magic Sec? Hello, hello. Have you been here before? Your name looks familiar. Maybe I've seen you on GitHub? No, it looks like you've been here before. Hey guys, quick question. I love to get junior Python developers, to get a junior developer Python position, but I have no clue what to study to be prepared. It's a good question. Some people in chat might have some ideas there. I usually recommend just like working on projects and like building things until you're at a place where you're, you know, happy with that. So it says, imagine being a low-level dev and having to pay to have a user password regex though. Well, you shouldn't be using regexes on your passwords, first off. But when I talk about licensing, I mean like permissive licensing, not like software like paid licensing. I mean like, you know, this is distributed under the Apache 2 license, or this is distributed under MIT or GPL, or hopefully not GPL. I don't mean like you pay $100 to use a regular expression, because that sounds fucking dumb. But yeah. 420 win. Binary Sloth, you just passed 420. No, Solace, you're thinking about licensing in the wrong direction. You're coming from a place where like licensing means charge $200 for something that sucks. When some coding guy talks about licensing, some coding guy is like very much in the opposite direction where everything should be free. But he's saying that things should be attributed and tested and, you know, provide quality software. In a way, like anything that you put on GitHub, you should really have a license for as well. But that license doesn't necessarily need to be restrictive. It can be extremely permissive. For instance, like, you know, the software that I create and upload to GitHub, I license under the MIT license, which is, you know, allows commercial use, allows modification, allows distribution, allows private use, removes liability and warranty, and you know, the only requirement is that they continue to distribute this license file with it. Literally is fine. It's not about like, oh, you must pay to use this software. Like, no, that's extremely uncommon and not what some coding guy is talking about. Drink Damage says, do you know about the classic A&W third pounder story? I don't know that story. Apparently A&W made... Oh, yeah, no, I do know that story. You're right, Michaela. I remember now. I know what you're talking about now. Apparently A&W made a third pounder burger and it didn't sell well because people thought it was smaller than a quarter pounder. Yes. Because people are fucking idiots. Oh, man. Hey, what's up, Tensor Cat? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Wait, are you a cat that's distributed in arrays? Are you a low-level array kitty? That's actually, yeah, I remember that story now, Drunk Time Lord. Now that Michaela like mentioned quarter pounders, it makes sense. I have read that story. I think we used it for password validation, not for password keeping. Honestly, in my opinion, I think the only thing you should do for password validation is a minimum length check. Beyond that, you're not actually increasing security all that much. But that's my thoughts there. And not a maximum. Don't, or maybe if you're gonna set a maximum, set it to like 200 characters. Like there's There's not a good reason to have a maximum length on passwords, but anyway. And you don't need regex to validate that. Magic Sag says, you might have seen my project on GitHub. It's possible. You also have 42... Yo! You also have 42 messages in chat, so that's how I knew you've been here before. Stabby Zaddy! Many moons indeed! Thank you for subscribing. 5 months total. Really appreciate your continued support. Welcome, welcome. What's A&W? It is a... I know them because they provide root beer that's really good. This is not sponsored. But I like the root beer. But they are also a fast food chain. Oh, man. Oh, man. Their root beer floats are so good. Not sponsored, but I really want one of these right now. Oh, they're actually fewer calories than I expected. Oh my god. Root beer floats. Oh, so good. Hey, what's up, Jugmac? Hello, hello. Good to see you again. How are you doing today? Jello says, projects are a good way to start and the best way to grow as a developer. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Do you have any license for that code today? Oh no, I don't have any copy modes anymore. Oh, did you lose your sub to, what is the little kitty cat one? The one that you always use. I see. Perhaps I'm just a stressed cat, says Tensor Cat. That's fair, that's fair. Tensors do make me tenser. Yeah, indeed. Who needs security when employees are going to write their passwords on a post-it note? Use a password manager, please! Please! Tensors probably make every physicist tensor. If there's no reason to have a max password limit, why do many sites limit it to like 12 to 16 characters? Because they're bad. Because usually when they're doing that, it means that they're doing a very, very bad thing on their back end and storing your password in plain text. And they have set a fixed width on their probably Oracle DB column for passwords, and for some fucking reason they have set it to 16 characters, and so if you add a 17 character password, it's not going to fit in their data store table. That is the most common reason for limiting the maximum length of a password. But passwords, man. Hey, what's up, the endless server? Hello, hello. Stabby Zaddy says, question, I'm having trouble with Google Fool. How are you supposed to do encapsulated type hints, such as return type being a list of a custom class? So what you're looking for is aliases, peb44 aliases. Aliases. And the way an alias works is it is just a module level assignment, and the right hand side is a type. It can't be a stringed type, it has to be an actual type. So you would use, like, you know, my return type equals list bracket whatever class. I usually only use this for really, really complicated long type names. Oh, did they fix this finally? They fixed this finally. You used to not be able to use type variables in aliases. So it looks like they fixed that now. But let's see if I can find a few in my code. All repo scrap. Dash E. List optional tuple. This will probably get a few of them. Probably won't get all of them. Actually, we can probably just do A to Z. And eventually match a bracket. Yeah, that seems like a regex that's going to be, I mean, not the most robust, but reasonably sound. And let's grab these tillie. Oh, it's only my stuff. Oh, that's going to get type pairs also. Yeah, but here's like an example. Parser type equals union argument parser and mutually exclusive group. Here's where I assign like an exception info alias. But yeah, I should probably do a video on that. Video idea type aliases. Some of them are more complicated. Why did this match? What? Oh, I forgot to tilde. This should match a little bit fewer. But yeah, you can see like here's some examples of those. But yeah, type aliases are pretty good. And that would be how you would do that, Stabby Zaddy. Hey, what's up? I'm here for Cloning Garden. Hello, hello. James White says, started using one today and don't use one in a browser because that's like asking for Google to leak your shit. Yeah, don't use... Yeah, I would recommend not using GitHub or Google's password manager. There's been several vulnerabilities where minimal access to your account will give access to all of your passwords, which is not all that great. But yeah. Shazworth says, my Facetune stuff like my social security number is behind like a mandatory 8 to 12 password length. Why? Right? Yeah, like that's crackable in like hours or days instead of, you know, minutes.
AWC, hello, I see you moved on from Virtual ENV.
Hey, Guy Burnett.
AWC, Python.
Thank you for resubscribing. 4 months in a row and 8 total. Yeah, I'm gonna work on the virtual stuff probably on Wednesday. But I had some other stuff that I want to get done before then. Also, I had to think about it a little bit more. So I need to sit down and like, you know, sketch out how I want to design that. And I find that it's not so compelling content on stream. But yes, I will get back to that. Hey! Kick369 has resubscribed with Prime. 5 months in a row and 7 total. Appreciate both of your continued support. Yeah, just sub today. Thank you all for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Balnada says, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only tensor I see. Dies a little. Have you seen Password app password? I have not. That's pretty cool. A 4-digit PIN is not a secure place to keep a password though, so that's a concern. Unless this is the phone PIN. Maybe this is the phone PIN. But even then, like, you should probably have a more secure password than, oh, they have a password in plain text now. But yeah. Yes, Stabby Zaddy, this is one of the few peps that I do have memorized. I think the other ones that I've memorized, so Pep 8, of course. Pep 7, which should be the C Pep 8. Pep 7. Yeah, style guide for C. I have Pep 333 memorized, which is the WSGI server interface. And then the extension to this, which is Pep 3333, which was a huge mistake, which is the extension to WSGI, which introduced great concepts like Unicode byte strings. Fucking love that shit. Pep 484, which is types. 484. There's also is it 434? No? Damn, okay. There's also Pep 420. I remembered 420 because this is implicit namespace packages. Also because it's 420. Damn, what is the one that I'm thinking of? Oh, it's 384. 384 is the executable naming? No, this is stable ABI. What is the executable naming? Python, POSIX, executable name pep. 394. Anyway, I have a couple of them memorized, but yeah, 484 is particularly important because I reference it a lot because of typing stuff. Oracle, one rich asshole called Larry Ellison. That's amazing. Binary Slash says, can't wait for when we start using public key cryptography instead of passwords. I don't know if that's ever going to happen because of people that don't use computers. It would be great, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. Necrotic, by the way, says, if a site allows for a password for X characters, but after a while they change to less than X characters max, will the person who already had signed up with the X character password be able to log in? They shouldn't ever reduce the maximum. They shouldn't ever do that. It depends on how they implement it. You know, if they're storing your password in plain text, like, yeah, it's just gonna cut off, and like that's no longer gonna work. But if they're hashing, it should still work fine. Debbie Zeddy says, I'm trying to handle function calls after 3 to 4 function calls, and it's obnoxious. Good to know there's aliases, that aliases work. Yeah, aliases are great. Hey, what's up, Juicebox Hero? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Looks like Chad's real excited that you're here today. She says, did Anthony tell you all about our beach trip? I did not really talk about the beach trip. I did say that we went for several long walks on the beach. But we found a bunch of, why is the name slipping my head? Sand dollars. We found a bunch, not these ones, these ones. I don't know what the difference between these are, but these are the ones that we found. We found a bunch of those, which was cool. We made sure that they were the dead ones, not the alive ones. But it was actually kind of cold. But it's nice, you know, 3-ish mile walk on the beach. He told us about the lovely foghorn. It's true, I did talk about the foghorn. Steady Zaddy says a 7 to 10 word password would be literally impossible to crack if spaces were allowed. Yeah, even without spaces, it would still be pretty impossible to crack there. Did he share the amazing pic I took of him being the creepy girl in front of the burning building? You guys know the meme that we're referencing here? Let's see. Girl in front of burning house meme. This one. Like, do we see the resemblance here? Is this quality memes for you, chat? This was in the middle of our hike though. But this is exactly the face that I was trying to make. So this is entirely intentional. But anyway. Anyway, yes, that is the thing that we did there. Metal Storm has a Twitter link for me. Please choose a stronger password between 6 and 12 characters. Yeah. Oh my god. Concern. Government says the virtual stuff. It's a bit. How should I put it? Heavy stuff. Yes, yes, it's tricky. I had something working for my use case, but it broke some other stuff. So I'm gonna have to think about it some more. Oh yeah, and Pep 517 and 518. Man. How could I forget those Peps? How could I possibly forget those? Hey, what's up, Alexa? Hello, hello. Pep 6969. What's 612? 612. Ah, yes, this one's pretty good for perfect forwarding of parameter types. Yeah, this one's pretty good. I haven't used it yet, so I don't really know what it looks like in code. But I'm excited to try and use it at some point. 572. That one's walrus, right? Yeah. No, we don't need that. We don't need that, Pep. You can see the chest hair on the picture. Wait, really? In this one? I'm wearing a t-shirt in that picture, though. Oh, I guess you can kind of see it poking out here. Oh, well, I guess that's the way things go. That's an emote right there. Oh, should I make an emote of of the Ace Tilly burning building? You could Photoshop it to make it real. Somebody of Coding says, how do you unlock your public key though with another key? It's keys all the way down. All the way down. That's exactly what Michaela said. That's amazing. James Quinn says, do we have a video about public key pairs because it's like a jungle to find where and what to use them? We do not have one about that. Public, private keys. Should probably talk about those. Not quite sure what I would talk about there, but I'll think of something. Michaela says, passphrases are actually popular enough they'd start to be less secure though. Then of course there's still more words than characters. Yeah, for sure. Dirk Tomwood says, when you decide to drop Python 2.7 support, machine learning community in burning house in the background. Yeah. Keep track of this account says, I'm seeing a Jason Bateman mix with MJ Fox with a hint of Robin Williams. Is that me? Is that what I seem to resemble? Sola says, also it snowed here last night. I guess it is November. That's snow time, right? Gabrinet says, in the Ritz code, do you use any offline PyPI index server for when you don't have a good network connection? Yeah, I often do this. I will often do pip download -d dot. I will often do this when I'm gonna be. Oops, I don't have pip globally installed, of course. I often do something like this when I'm in an airplane, and I will set up a little wheelhouse like this, and then actually I don't want that. I don't want pip download. I want pip wheel. Pip wheel -d dot. Oh, it's -w dot, of course. Consistency. But I'll often clone, or I'll set up some common packages that I use a lot. So like I'll also, you know, pull down Flake 8 and Tox and PyTest and Cov defaults and coverage and I don't know, occasionally mock. What else do I use? reassert. Setup tools, wheel, pip. I don't know. I'll download a bunch of wheels, put them in a little directory, and then I'll often use, you know, find blanks or no index or stuff like that to do that. But yeah, that's a good idea. I have also set up both. What is it? PyPI server. Yeah, I've set up PyPI server locally a few times. Chris and I actually wrote this package called, well, mostly Chris. I've just modified it a little bit, called dumb.py, which is a similar idea. It basically builds a static files-based PyPI index. And so I've used this one as well. But yeah, I can do a video about that. Video idea, local, offline, PyPI. Oh. I fucked up my last video idea command. Public / private keys. There we go. But yeah, I'll do a video on that. So it says, and later this week it'll be 68 Fahrenheit or 19 Celsius, yeah. Droid says, pip freeze or poetry? I mostly just use pip freeze myself. Michigan, choose your weather and stay the same, please, yeah. Keep track of this account says, yes, the beach pic looks like Jason. Oh, I see. Nice, nice. WF Cunning says, I used DevPI on my laptop. No idea if it's set up in the best way, but it seems to work. Nice, cool. Drunk Time Mode says, by the way, your Jason dump indent 2 trick came very in handy when running PDB through MyPy. Thanks for that. Yeah, I use that a lot when I'm debugging stuff as well. It's because, you know, the pprint for Python is kind of garbage. Kind of garbage, IMO. It could be way better. We'll put it that way. But by default, it is not. But yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go fill up my water. I'll be right back, and then we're gonna try and fix this small little thing that I said I was gonna fix, what, an hour ago, and we haven't gotten to it yet, which is this little private video here. But I will see you guys in a sec. Hello, I'm back. I got water now. Government says, I use it too, but I'm having it being .pi variable stability with it. Builds take longer because pip cache is disabled, and I don't like that much. Oh, yes. So actually, oddly enough, Gabrinet, and this package is sadly kind of dead now because I've stopped using it, and I don't know if Yelp is still using it, and it's not compatible with the latest version of pip, so there's all sorts of problems with it. But the original idea behind VM Update was to solve all of those local cache issues. We tried to upstream these changes to pip in 2013 or 2014. Maybe I could convince Prajun now that this is a good idea because he wasn't on the project then, and we weren't buds back then. But maybe I could convince Prajun that this is worth doing. But basically what VM Update does is it's basically the pip wheel cache, but on steroids. It keeps all of the wheels locally and will skip reaching out to PyPI if those wheels are satisfied locally. I think there's like an option for it. But it also does stuff like, diffing your package set and upgrading and downgrading, similar to what stuff provided in pip-tools does, but it spends a lot of time trying, or like most of the point of this is to avoid network requests when you don't need them. But maybe we could revive that patch to pip and see if it's more acceptable now. Pip was also a fucking rat's nest tangle of terribleness back then, so hopefully the code base is a little bit better now. Part of the problem with making that patch was a lot of people were like, this touches 50 files and looks real gross. But maybe it would be a little bit more acceptable now. But hey, what's up, Paolo Tutka? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Drink Time White says, pprint is nice when you don't have 6 objects inside of each other, right? The indent of it is just so bad. I don't know why they picked that particular indent style, but I've actually been meaning, speaking of VM Update and Buck, who wrote this, Buck made a fork of pprint, which actually does exactly what I would want to do, and I've been meaning to revive this for Python 3. It doesn't work in Python 3 right now, because it was written in 2013, before people really cared about Python 3 all that much. But this is what the standard library pprint gives you, which I find to just be completely unfucking readable. And this is what buck.pprint does, which is exactly how I would format this and how, black or add trailing comma would format this. So I've been meaning to improve this at some point. I've also talked a little bit with Lukash, who is the creator of Black, and he's on board with this idea too. I basically just have to invest the time to write the code that does this. But I think that would be cool at some point. Red Masteru says, hello, can I ask here for help? Sure, feel free to ask your question and we will, either I or someone in my chat will answer it. The nice the nice rule of thumb that I put about asynchronous communication is don't ever ask to ask, just ask your question. It saves everyone involved a bunch of time. Like, I could have already been answering your question, Red Master. But now we're talking about answering a question about answering. So, but anyway, welcome to the stream. UDP your questions, don't TCP your questions. There you go, Michaela. There you go. I like that. I'm gonna steal that, Michaela. I'm totally going to steal that. Wait, is there a don'task.ask.com? Is this? Yes. Yes. I love this. I didn't know it's .com though. There is a different blog post that I would link to before, but I like this. I really like this. It's a little bit tongue-in-cheek though. Redmaster says, okay, so I have a problem with the code in Twitch. I can't seem to whisper people. I've seen the source of the page and I've seen the code. So some people have whispers off. So whether or not that's going to work is a problem, but there's also nohello.com. Oh my god. That's amazing. Please don't just say hello in chat. See, the thing is, if people just send hi to me in a DM, I just don't reply to them. I just don't say hi back. So if they're gonna ask their question, they're gonna ask their question. If they're not gonna ask their question, they're not gonna ask their question. Are you testing my DMs, Michaela? God damn it, Michaela. Michaela just sent me hi. Amazing. Benja Jovial says, have a couple of colleagues that just send a DM through Slack with just hello, and they wait until you answer to throw their questions. So annoying. Yeah, well then just don't ever answer. That's what I do. I just never answer it. You do your questions, don't tease your. I fucking love that so much. We're gonna make a command for that. We're gonna make a command for that. That's how much I love this. Let's see. Bot, plugins, simple. We'll call it bang question. Right? That sound good? LMNOPQ. Bang question. Don't UDP. Ugh. Don't UDP your questions. Or don't. Wait, what is it? UDP your questions, don't TCP your questions. There we go. UDP your questions. Don't TCP your questions. Michaela Fox. Love it. We'll add an alias from question to questions. Question to questions. So you should be able to do questions. UDP your questions, don't TCP your questions. Michaela Fox. Perfect. I love it. UDP your questions, don't TCP your questions. Oh no. What did I change upstream? Oh, right. This is what I changed upstream. I switched to pre-commit.ci. Cool. Cool. Redmaster says, no, I really mean I can't whisper in terms that says this account is no longer active, but both accounts are active and the email is verified. The easier way, Redmaster, is to not do it on the Twitch page, but just to write your own bot for it, which just sends, you know, /w. That'll be easier than trying to write code directly into the Twitch website. I mean, you could do it with like a user script. So you can see I have a user script right here, which, you know, jumps to the thing where I click on in chat. You could make a user script which types something in this box and then presses enter. That would maybe be a way you could approach that. But yeah, I don't know. Wait, is there actually udpyourquestion.com? Oh, I'm sad. I'm sad. Should we buy it? Shadow says skipped my meme. Oh no, did I skip your meme? Oh, I did. I did. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Now I'm lost. Where was I in chat? Did you make? Oh my god. This is good. This is really good. You did a good job on the rotoscoping too. I'm actually very impressed with the rotoscoping. You even left in the like Amazon Basics branding down here. Fucking 8.8, the little tag on my backpack. Oh my goodness, that's good. It's good. It's good. 8 out of 8. Good job there, Shaz. That was perfect. Hey, what's up, newbie pirate? Hello, hello. Plugins says Beldathis. Newbie pirate says, "Do you have any videos on async IO? What are your thoughts about multi-threading versus async IO?" I do not actually have a video about async IO yet. This bot was actually the first time that I wrote async IO code. I don't know. I have mixed opinions. I think like you can write fast code with it. The problem is you're still limited by the number of processors, or not even by the number of processors. You're still limited by one processor, except for the IO portion of it. So it's still not, you know, it's not a complete solution to multiprocessing. Also, I find that writing async IO code is a little bit toxic in that like you have to rewrite every library that may touch IO to be, you know, async AOE. And that's kind of annoying. Like I can't just use libraries I'm already using. I have to go find an async version of them that may or may not be quality. But yeah. And when people don't follow advice, there's no.com. Indeed. Why can't I alter the code in the Twitch source page? You can. With user scripts, like I showed you. That'd be one way. Use raw strings, or even better, use French strings, says Peldathis. Yeah. It's a stupid bug that can lose me $80 if I don't whisper them. Wait, how are you getting $80 from a DM? I'd love to make $80 off a DM. And I would just DM people all day. People are gonna send me $80 for a DM. Maybe I should make an OnlyFans then, if that's the case. You don't have to attribute it to me. UDP memes are pretty common. Well, it's attributed to you, Michaela. It's too late now. You're gonna get pinged every time somebody does bang question. Erdaltskun says, have you tried Golang? Yes, I have indeed. In fact, I've written a cool, neat, nifty library. I said lifty library. Damn it. I wrote a cool nifty library called Setup Tools Golang, which lets you bridge Python and Go code, so you could write a Python extension written in Go. For some reason, this one is not super popular, but the Rust one, my god, the Rust one is so popular. I typed it wrong. It's 03, not 03. This one is super popular. I guess Rust is more of a meme than Go is. Actually, I know why. It's because I haven't advertised my thing at all. But yeah, I've written a bunch of Go. How do I feel about it? It's okay. I don't really like its approach to exception handling, but Sohil Miso says, what do you think is the best free source for Python learning? I talk about that in that video that I just linked in chat. Basically, there's a couple of resources that I like to link to. Mems, how's it going? What the hell did I just go into, right? Lucas has a decent series of videos about async IO. It's under the Edge TV YouTube channel. Yeah, that one's a good one as well. I agree. Also, how's it going, Senpais? Async aioli. Benjadovial says, totally agree. The main issue for me is the lack of support from libraries. Re-implementing the wheel every time is annoying. In most cases, it's way easier to choose the multiprocessing route. I agree. Totally agree. Yeah, I know about that website, Yoda Droid. It's the Darth Vader. No! Please do not make an OnlyFans. people who use Go are likely to use Go all the way. Yeah, that's probably true. Also, Pio 3 is a much better name, unlike Rust. Yeah. I feel you. Although, Rust is usually iffy. I guess there's 2 types of Rust. I guess it is 03. I guess that's fair. Tony-chan writes some Go, but sometimes he panics. Yes. Shazar says, gotta go, just got to angular momentum in physics. What is even happening? Yo, angular momentum. That shit's wild. But thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around. Ardalskin says, do you help newbies, for example, do code review, etc.? Yes, and in fact, if you want to join our Discord channel, there's a beginners channel where a lot of people can help you out with your questions and such, and I guess I'll do bang Dick Sword in the chat so that you can check that out as well. But yeah, it's a nice place to go there. Did somebody say Angular? Not that Angular, Junk Time Lord. Hey, what's up, Thorger J? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Joel says, I think Go's way of error handling makes it really clear. With returning the error, you know it will return an error instead of guessing if it can raise an exception or not. Yeah, that's fair, but there's sometimes where it's just like, I don't particularly, like, I'm okay just letting something crash. In this, like, exceptional case. And I often find that people swallow errors a lot more in Go that shouldn't be swallowed, or they, like, handle them in ways that are just, like, print panic trace and then do nothing, or print panic trace and exit, which, like, you might as well have left it unhandled at that point. But I don't know. Hey, what's up, Sarcastic Dante? Hello, hello. Yeah, Alexa, in Java, yeah, it's a compile error for not handling exceptions because you have the throws annotation. Hey, what's up, Solo Mizo? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Thorger says, why do you use this keyboard / mouse instead of regular ones? Do they make you faster? This actually isn't a mouse. That's Vigitoy. See how it's not connected to anything? I use a pretty normal mouse. It's a Logitech B100 cheap ass corded mouse. But as for the keyboard, I do talk about that here. Puffin Cumber P says, by any chance, are you keeping track of followers in Git? I am not. That would be pretty funny though. The thing is, I don't get unfollow notifications, so I could possibly keep that, you know, up to date. Wireless fidget mouse. I guess it could be wireless. That's true. Is that 3D printed? No, Vicious. This one was just purchased. It's metal. Let me put it up on my Pokemon machine and show you guys. But yeah, it's a metal ball. It has a bearing in the bottom. This little bit spins, and it spins for a while, but it's kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, that's what's up with that. What's the advantage of this keyboard? I talk about that in the video, so check out the video that I just linked in chat. Fidget toy to scroll the website, yeah, that would be amazing. Hey, what's up, Lemon Sauce? Hello, hello. And Stevo Bandito! How's it going? This just says I have the exact same thing, except I printed mine in translucent blue PLA. Whoa, that's cool. I have been thinking about getting a 3D printer. I have not, though. But I've been thinking about it. Okay. I want to make this. Anthony writes code / explains. I want to make this readme updater not do. Oh, it's already. Wait, it already updated again? Oh, I guess it ran the job. It shouldn't have run. Why did it run? Oh no. Did I fuck up my cron syntax? Am I off by 1? I'm probably off by 1. Maybe it's alright that it ran it. It should have ran it at noon. Noon 05. I think it ran it at 1:05 instead. How do I see that? Actions. Scheduled 13 minutes ago, so it ran it at 1:10. What time is it in UTC? It is 9 in UTC right now. It's 9 in UTC right now. Why did it run? Oh, this is 8 and this is 9. I guess that's right then. So when we go back an hour, it'll run before and after. I hate time zones. They're such a mindfuck. Okay, but anyway. Dang it, now I can't show you the bug. Maybe this one still has the bug open? I guess I can show you the div. So if I have a private video, it shows up like this. And so I wanted to skip private videos. Oh, I guess that means I should probably upload a video. Okay, we're gonna upload a video to YouTube right now. I'm not gonna make it live, but we're gonna upload it anyway. I guess I'll show you the process that I go through. Do that. So I have a folder full of videos here, and I have another folder that's full of my raw recordings. These are my pre-recorded videos that I eventually upload. I go to here. Well, first I click on the video to see what it's about. This one's about making a Hello World C extension. Cool. So then I make a new folder in this. This is where I organize my created videos. So it's gonna be episode 134, sample C extension. Then I move this video into here. Then I go to YouTube and I click create, upload video. Then I drag the video into here. Hopefully we don't lose frames while this uploads. This is actually quite a longer video. Then I give it a title. A Hello World C Python extension. I guess we should do Python C extension. And this is going to be intermediate to advanced. It's kind of complicated stuff. And this is going to be episode 134. Today I create a sample Hello World Python C extension and walk through. We've started dropping frames, of course. Of course! Damn it. Well, hopefully this will hold on. Create sample Hello World Python C extension and walk through a bit of API and reference content. And then I remove this, so I have a default description here. Depending on whether it's a stream video or a not stream video, I have pre-populated this here. I will go down here and put it in the right playlist, and then I will create a thumbnail for it. And the way I do thumbnailing is in here. This was this morning's thumbnail. Explains 133. Then I will update this to 134. Hello World C Python extension. I kind of have like an idea in my brain that this is where the text cuts off here, so and then I run this script, which will generate the thumbnail. And then I copy this to my Windows partition, because this is a virtual machine. And then over here, I click upload thumbnail. Where'd the other window go? And what I do is this is from my shared folder. I drag this into here so that I have a copy of that thumbnail stored with the video. And then I click open. And then we're gonna have to wait for this to finish processing because I have to enable monetization and video elements. And then, oh, it's gonna take 6 minutes. That sucks. That sucks. Everybody says, I only know one trick with fidget spinners. It feels bad, man. I mean, I just know how to spin them, right? That's it, right? That's the only trick. Steven Dito says, I'm doing alright. Totally feeling the burnout at work, but can't complain too much. That's rough. That's rough. Burnout's tricky. Thurger J says, in Internet's code, you should get one of those keyboards on the website. There's a crazy list of keyboards. What are we talking about here? Oh, yeah, I've seen these. Holy shit, this looks fucking wild. Oh, I love how there's like an emote keyboard here. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't need one of those. Perry says, is that a homemade Stream Deck? It is indeed. If you do keyboard 3 command in chat, you should be able to see more about that. Time is a mindfuck, yeah. Burger J says, we even switch summer/winter time, making it UTC +1 or just UTC based on the half of the year. Ah, yeah, daylight savings time is the worst. Such the worst. Hopefully we don't stream pause for a few seconds, lose frames. Yeah, we lost 3 seconds, or 2 seconds of frames. But we've stopped uploading, so we should be good now. EasyLight says, can't you do it via the API automatically? Yes, that is what this script does. We are searching through the API here. There's probably some way to prevent it from this API v3. But I want to set it up so that I have a private video to actually show it first. But yeah, we'll be doing that. Did you say video? I did say video. It's a little bit of a meme. Why virtualize when there's WSL? Check out that video that was just linked right above your message wishes, and I talk about why I don't use WSL in there. The trick is to spin it on a different body part. Cyberbenny. Why the very first video has -- before anything explains 000, but the other ones don't? That is a good question. How do I see that? Studio playlists. This one. Oh, because this one doesn't have a level to it. So that's why this one is different. The 0th video is special. That's why it doesn't have, it has a -- I know, consistency. Consistency build out this. Everyone who's 18 and older and can vote in America, vote tomorrow. Yeah, if you haven't voted already, please vote if you were in the US. It is very important to be part of the democracy. Oh, the upload part. Probably, but I don't think it would save me any time. Also, I don't think I would necessarily want to... I don't think I would necessarily want to script it on Windows, because I just don't like writing Python on Windows, if I can avoid it. SkiesFX says, can you explain to me, as if I was 5 years old, what's the logic within Flagate to automatically discover plugins just when they're pip installed? SkiesFX, great question there. Fortunately, I have 2 videos that talk exactly about this. I don't remember what the titles are, so... One of them I uploaded just very recently. So here's one where I talk about a Flake8 plugin from scratch. So, Flake8 plugin from scratch. So that's one where I talk about building a Flake8 plugin, and I actually go over how to build a plugin system similar to how Flake8's works, just a few days ago. So this talks about how this uses the same mechanism that Flake8 does to look up stuff, and the way it works behind the scenes. I don't know if I went over this in the video or not. The way that it works behind the scenes is inside of your virtual environment, you'll notice there's these dist info directories. Sometimes they're egg info. I don't see any egg infos here, but sometimes they're egg info for older versions of setup tools. But let's look at PyTest-M, for instance, because PyTest uses the same plugin lookup approach. So inside this dist info, there's a bunch of these files here. There's like metadata, installer, record, wheel. We care about metadata here. Actually, I don't think we care about metadata. We care about entry points. entry points. And this entry points file registers entry points to this namespace. And so in this, there's an entry point called env, which is this module, and this is the namespace that it registers to. And at runtime, import the metadata reads these files and gives you that information. Hey, what's up, Abval? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Drunk Time says, could you explain what tail recursion is and why Python is so bad at it? Yeah, I could do that. Tail recursion. So the idea behind tail recursion is the ability for it's basically you write recursive functions where at the end of the recursive function you return a call, and only a call, to your self function. And this particular style of writing a recursive function allows a optimizing compiler to take that recursive function and rewrite it as a loop instead. So it essentially removes the recursive part of your recursive code and turns it into a loop. Now, Python does not have a tail recursion optimization at all, so writing recursion in Python is usually incredibly slow because it can't turn it into a loop, and then it can't unroll that loop. And what Python would need in order to have a tail recursion optimization is it would need to be able to rewrite code at runtime and be smarter about that. However, Guido has said in the past that he does not want a tail recursion optimization in Python because it would make code harder to debug. But I don't know. I think, like, you know, just-in-time optimizations such as like MyPy, or not MyPy, PyPy, have the opportunity to do stuff like that, whereas CPython doesn't have that opportunity. It's really about the implementation of Python at that point. It's not necessarily Python doesn't have tail recursion. It's the CPython implementation of Python doesn't have tail recursion. But I try and avoid writing recursive functions as much as possible personally. But SkySFX says, I watched that one already. Okay, well, does the second one answer that? It's just parsing the site packages folder and the dist infos. Yes, it's actually going through every sys.path entry, so you can put things with entry points on Python path as well. But yeah. Does it rewrite it as a loop or does it unwrap it? It does both. Depends on it. Depending on how it works. I bet they can't type 100 plus words, but it's so easy. Metalstorm says stack is greater than recursion. Yeah, like have your own manually managed stack is better than the call stack in almost all cases. Okay, is this finished processing? Okay, cool. So now that this is finished processing, I can go on to the next step. This part used to be really simple. I used to not have to change anything here. It would just default to on. But now I have to manually click this button. This changed like last week. I have to click on. And I click done. As soon as I click done, it adds another step here. And then in this next step, I have to manually certify that my videos are appropriate. Because they make you scroll all the way down here, past all these stuff. Like I don't have inappropriate language, adult content, violence, shocking content, harmful or dangerous acts, drug-related content, hateful content, firearms-related content, or sensitive issues. None of that. It's just programming. So I check this little box. Actually, some of these are kind of amusing. Like they give examples of inappropriate language. Light profanity, like hell or damn. Censored profanity in the title, thumbnail, or opening of the video. This also allows you to do ads with this instead. But I love that they just like give examples of this down here, which is kind of funny. But anyway, none of the above. Then I click next. On all my explains videos, I put an outro card, and I usually just copy it from a previous video. Looks like I cut this video a little bit too soon. So sometimes I'll adjust these, but whatever. It's close enough. Usually by that point, I'm not talking about anything interesting, so if the end card goes over my face, it's not a big deal. I do save, and then I do next. But today we're going to make this a private video so that we can test our code here. But anyway, this will be tomorrow's video. You get a little bit of a preview. But then as soon as I press save here, This will go into like the pending state, and this is where YouTube determines whether it's ad relevant or not. Usually this takes like 5 minutes. You can see that it says ads pending. This says that it'll take up to 20 minutes. Today's video took an hour and 5 minutes to become ad sensible, which was really obnoxious. So I just wanted to publish it. Eventually just published it, but yeah, so we're gonna make this private and we're gonna play with the YouTube playlist stuff and see if we can get that working. Yeah, YouTube Studio has changed a lot, Zayotic. Drop down with 2 options, right? Vicious says, you know that you can use Hyper-V instead of VirtualBox? Yes, I do know. Or, I do know, but not with VirtualBox. I know VirtualBox works. I don't feel like changing VirtualBox, so... and WSL has a whole bunch of other problems. I don't want to use the Windows terminal, for instance. Hell or damn. Yeah. Oh, fudge. What's the fucking point? That's our guy stunning, right? It's only hateful if the code doesn't work. Anthony remembers this. God bless it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're, instead of saying God damn it, people would say God bless it, which I think is pretty neat. Right, I'm just making sure that these YouTube comments aren't spam. They look fine. Can you imagine how much content they're scanning simultaneously? Yeah, right? So many copyright claims? Yeah, most of my streams get copyrighted from like a 15-second segment somewhere in the video that happens to use a sample. So these are often copyright claims. All of my explains videos seem to do well, and some streams make it through, but maybe you graduated before you started saying that. One of our high school teachers did that. Was that Mr. Z? Was that Mr. Z? Mr. Z seems like the type of person that would do that. SkysFX says, you should make one video one day where you just type on the keyboard, no voice, and add ASMR in the description. You'll get millions of views and money. Oh, Mr. Button? Oh. Yeah. I could see Mr. Button doing that too. She says you should try Soundtrack. I applied. They have not allowed me to be on the features yet, Juice. Can you go check the little box for me? Please, staffer. Why are the streams ineligible? Because the copyright-free music that I use occasionally samples stuff, and that gets pinged. But yeah. Savo says, Anthony, are the allegations true that you are Yakuza? Who is Yakuza? This is like an anime meme, isn't it? I don't know what that means. Hey, what's up, Luzico? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. His brother is a music composer and yet has not been asked to write music. I've talked to you about music for my channel. Japanese Mafia. No. I know like 5 words in Japanese. There's no way I would make it in their Mafia. Okay. Did I clone this thing? Okay, so I need to get a YouTube API key. How does this work? It goes into my environment. So we're going to temporarily look at my face while I copy an API key and put that into a little M file. So hang on a second. I think my chatbot has a key. YouTube API key. There we go. YouTube API key equals that. We also need to put the playlist ID, which is this. YouTube playlist ID equals that. And we need to put export in front of these. I need to close that so you guys can't see it. Let me just double check all my tabs, make sure we don't have the token still open. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay. Alright, so I can put my face back now. Or with the code back now. Alright, so I made a little M file in this directory, and so we're gonna use that. I'm not gonna show you the contents of that. Is that from Borat, Steve Amindito? Sounds like it's from Borat. Maybe it's some other copy pasta. But it says you can have the drop song on loop, problem solved. It's true, it's true. The drop song is copyright free and I've not gotten pinged from using that, so. It says, can I write music for your channel? Sure, anyone can write music for my channel if you guys want to give me an a non-exclusive license, a license where you're not gonna ping my channel for it. Hey, what's up, LunUp24? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Stonk says I give up using Arch. Yeah. Cyberbenny says Anthony writing Objective-C. Objective-C? I have written Objective-C. But not on stream. Oh, ENV, not M. Yeah. It's just a copy pasta. Oh, I see. Perry says, is that a homemade stream deck you're using? Yes. Keyboard 3. I really only use like these 3 buttons on stream. I use these ones for my Twitch videos. So I do this button. This is the selfie that or not my Twitch, my YouTube videos. This is the selfie mode that I use for my intros on my videos. When I press this button here, it takes me to the title screen for my YouTube videos. Which, spoilers, the one for a few days from now is about to get clean, so you'll see that one soon enough. But yes, I talk about it in the video that I linked there. Does this mean I'd have to upload it to GitHub with a license? Just don't sample in your music. Yeah, if you make music for me, don't sample. But yeah. As long as it's like, you know, novel content, like, and you don't make content ID from it, then I should be able to use it, I think. Although I'm not a copyright person, so I don't really understand how that works. I guess you would have to license it to me in some way. I don't know. Soul says, Anthony, just send me a playlist of music you like. I'll write something once I'm settled in a new apartment. Cool. Easy Light says, you should have the bot answer automatically the question about your homemade stream deck. The thing is, it's not... That one's not as common as the editor one. Oh, my knee? Can you see my knee? You can indeed see my knee. I'm sitting really poorly right now in my chair. I'm doing the thing where I sit on my foot, which is like really bad for my ankle, but whatever, it feels comfortable right now. Jehovah says, my god, shit is not good in Vienna. Multiple hostages. Ugh. Hostage situation. Vienna hostage situation. I mean, even if there were 100 hostages in Vienna, there's 1,000 people dying from coronavirus per day. So, the fuck did I just click on? But, I mean, perspective. It's all about perspective, I guess. I'm not saying that terrorism is good. I'm just saying that, like, in the grand scheme of things, the number of people that died in 9/11 is significantly lower than the number of people that have died from coronavirus, and like the idea that one is a international tragedy and the other one is like, you know, oh, just, you know, news-ish seems a little bit problematic to me. Although there's some political undertones to that, so I really don't want to get into it on stream, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Instead of downloading Arch downloaded me, says Stonks. Sarcastic Dante says you can sample classical music. I guess that's true, as long as it's past the point of becoming public domain. Kedem4 says old classical music is free, but the actual performance can be copyrighted. Oh, that's true, that's true. Cyrani says, I rip my chain by pulling up my leg a lot. All I know about Vienna is sausages. 290,000 Americans died in World War II. Almost as many have died from coronavirus. I'm sure it'll be, you know... I'm sure it'll be over that number by the time all of this is over. Juice says, a mass shooting of 7 people wouldn't even make the news in the US. Local news, maybe. Yeah, it's kind of true. I saw somebody, I saw a tweet the other day that was like, man, this is gonna be political. School shootings are down in 2020 because of Trump. Trump has saved school shootings, and then someone pointed out in the replies that, like, you know, it's because we haven't been going to school because of lockdowns. There's a bit of a leading variable there. Hey, what's up, Jay Carey? Hello, hello. Shooting of 7 people is a typical school day in the US. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, so how does this script work? Does it just write the file directly? It does. Oh, it writes it to an output file directly. So I should be able to set test.md, and it should be able to write to that file instead. Okay, so you can see here that we get private video. That's what we want to avoid. Let me look at the API and see if there's a better API for this. YouTube playlist items API. Yes, here we go. List. Next results, playlist ID, video ID. Show standard parameters. Fields, upload type, upload protocol. How do I... What are these other fields? Go away, sidebar. On behalf of content owner, parameter indicates that the request authorization credentials... okay, that's not what we need. How do we make it private only? I'll make this bigger so that y'all can see it in chat. Page info. What are the standard parameters? What is upload type? Maybe that's in the overview? Status? Privacy status. Well, I guess we can filter it later then. Because it doesn't seem like... Part string, part pair, comma, playlist audio as a property. Okay, well, I guess we will just, where's the extend part? Or video in videos thing. Let's see if we get a status here. Okay, we have channel, title, description, playlist, position, published, resource ID, thumbnails, and title. Why do we not have status? Do I need to request that somehow? Part snippet. Oh, comma separated. Okay, so I think we need snippet and status. Snippet, comma, status. Comma separated list. We're gonna do my little JSON hack here instead. JSON.dumps video indent equals 2. It'll be a little bit easier. Okay, there we go. Status, privacy status, public. Okay, so we want to skip anything that's not that. Okay. So we do that over here. Bin, update playlist. And videos equals video for video in videos if video status privacy status equals public. That will filter them all down. And so then hopefully we will not get private video in this markdown file now. Yay, it works. Cool. Diff get and issue. Don't list private videos. I have surprisingly few linters on this repo. But that's fine. Okay, cool. We got that done. To be honest, shootings are just rare in Europe, so they're a big deal when they happen. Yeah, that's kind of true. That's what normality should be. Totally agree. It's just harder for them to get weapons. The world is full of crazy people and extremists. Yeah, you can't kill 50 people with a knife unless you're a ninja. Yeah. All these dark themes are poorly designed and poorly implemented. It's not just a black background and voila. Yeah. Gkari says, hey Anthony, I had to do a Q&A about Git with my team this morning. The true test of if you know something is having to teach it. I pointed them to your YouTube videos. That's awesome. Thank you for that. How did your Q&A go? Yo!
AWC hello hello AWC carpet AWC hello hello.
RKJ, 7 months in a row. Thank you for resubscribing. Thank you for your continued support. It's always good to see you. Oh my god, what? Videos equals video for video and videos if video. Oh yeah. Should I change this to video? Video for video and videos if video? It's a list comprehension. You can the cool thing about list comprehensions, I haven't done a video about this, is you can think of this video as just, you know, let's copy and paste this. You can think of this as videos equals empty list, and then, oops, and then dedenting this, and then keeping this if, and then videos dot append video, which is kind of cool. Like, they're basically syntactically the same, and you can actually put, you know, more loops in here. You could also do like a for thing and thing or whatever, and that would translate to this if this thing for thing and thing. And you could also put, you know, if video name equals what, and that would also translate to another if statement here. If video name equals what. Of course, you'd have to indent all this further. But yeah, list comprehensions are kind of just like a way to write a loop with if statements, but in a expression instead. Which, yeah, maybe I should do video idea comprehensions. Talk about those at some point. But anyway, that's that. Nose is itchy. Unless you're Kill Bill, but to be fair, that was a katana. Yeah, I see. Steven Nito says, ugh, sad time of the year. Now that clocks have gone back, it's pretty dark and it's only 5 p.m. on the East Coast. Yeah, I was definitely feeling that yesterday. I was just like, man, it's like kind of sad outside. It's depression season. Depression season. Equilibrium says, real programmers use Python. I mean, I've used Python before. I don't necessarily say that real programmers use Python. The problem with Python is the developer experience is awful. It takes forever to build anything. And, you know, just iterating on stuff is much nicer without it. But, I don't know. Python's kind of magical and nice. jQuery says, have you done any functional programming? I have not learned any functional languages yet. I've done like a Hello World tutorial in like F#, but I've not really done anything interesting with any functional languages. I also did a little bit of Emacs Lisp, although it was more procedural functional than functional, so yeah. Real programmers write code. There we go, rollers. I like that. I like that better. But yeah, I have not done any functional programming. I plan to at some point. Hey, did I hear Emacs? Indeed, you did, sarcastic Dante. Emacs Lisp is kind of a dumpster fire, though. Okay. We're gonna delete that. Oh, did I push? Yeah, I pushed, right? Right? Did I push? Did I push? Phyllis private videos. Yay, I pushed. Cool. Cool. I have notifications. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look at this later. It should be ready to merge now though, I think. But anyway. Steak extension video tomorrow. Be ready for an intermediate to advanced video. But this one's actually pretty cool. It's actually not that complicated, but there's a lot of like tricky concepts there. Hey, what's up, Brazag2110? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. jQuery says, functional is interesting as it is a different way to think. Yeah, Emacs Lisp was my introduction to functional programming, and it didn't make sense. Yeah. Neely says, if you're doing Advent of Code this year, how about using a functional language for it? So Neely, I want to get points, so I'm gonna be doing primary solutions in Python. But I might try and do some alternate solutions in other programming languages. So maybe I'll try out, you know, some functional language for that. Similar to what I did last year. I still haven't finished 2019. But I, you know, did a bunch of different programming languages, including like meming it in SQLite. You know, in a way, the SQLite implementation was somewhat functional because it was all, you know, declarative, but it's not functional in the way that you would think of, like, you know, Lisp-like, so to speak. But it was entirely declarative. But yeah, I played with a bunch of different programming languages last year, including Python 0. I think this was probably the day that I had the most fun on. Was fucking around in Python 0. That or implementing day 8 in Indcode. That was pretty cool too. Hey, what's up, Persio? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, I never finished this. I think I got up to day 22. Part 1. And then I got a little bit stuck because I had to learn some fancy math, and I haven't learned the fancy math yet. But I plan to go back and finish it at some point. Unfortunately, I have been, you know, busy with a lot of other stuff as well. But that's the way things go. Do Advent of Code in assembly, says Crossbow. I mean, that's basically what this one is. Intcode is basically a really crappy assembly. So it wouldn't be out of the question. I did FizzBuzz in Intcode, which is assembly, a while back. The weird thing is I can't find it in my pull requests anymore. I think GitHub does a weird thing where they delete archived repositories. Oh, which reminds me, I wanted to talk to you about a pre-commit.ci feature that I did. Let's see. This was broken in pre-commit.ci before, so fetching shortshaws was broken, and it gave like this really crappy error message. So I did two things. I added the repository name that it's cloning above here so that you know which thing it's failing on. And then I fixed it. Where's the status check for this? That's weird. This one? Yeah, I think it's this one. Checks complete with failure. Oh no, this was runtime failure. Here? I don't know. When did they add pre-commit.ci? Here? Error during build. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so this is what the error message looked like before. And it just was failing to clone this particular revision. But I fixed it, so now it works. And so you can see here is a result where it was able to build short SHAs. So here's a short SHA, and it resolves to the long SHA. But yeah, I had to do a slow clone here instead of a fast clone. Whoa! Whoa! Got some Pog in the chat. What's up, Vape Juice Jordan? How's it going? How's your stream today? Hello, hello, Raiders. We've also got Mewtwo here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. What up, feet boy, says Michaela. Jordan, did you show feet today? I don't know if you keep showing feet super often. Michaela's gonna leave my stream and go to your stream. But my viewers should check out Vape Juice Jordan's channel. Also check out Mewtwo's channel while you're at it. She's here. Hey, what's up, Toothless Viking? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I guess I should talk about what I'm doing today. A whole lot of nothing. We were adjusting my YouTube playlist updater to not show private videos because it was accidentally showing private videos, and we should set up the cron stuff. But I'm done with that now, so I'm actually going to fix a bug in pre-commit.ci. Let me show you guys that bug, and I'll talk a little bit about what pre-commit.ci is. Oh, that's not the documentation. The idea behind pre-commit.ci is it's a CI system that I've created that runs linters and code formatters in a kind of deterministic way. You can read the little blurb on the website. I will link that in chat. Pre-commit.ci has bugs. Yeah, pre-commit.ci has a bunch of bugs right now. But yeah, it mostly works. So it's kind of in like an open alpha now. If you want to check out the open alpha, you can go to results.precommit.ci, not .com. It's kind of closed alpha, so like you have to know the secret URL. But this is kind of what it looks like, and normally you can click through to manage repositories. So you can see here I have these repositories of mine hooked up to pre-commit.ci, and this is handled through GitHub's app stuff. However, I don't have the favicon here, but I have it here. That's weird. However, if I'm not an organization owner, GitHub just sends me to this 404 page. Wilson says, is this like the JS library Husky, a pre-commit hook system? So it's actually the other way around, Wilson. Pre-commit was created before Husky was, so Husky is like pre-commit, not pre-commit being like Husky. But pre-commit is better in basically every way and supports all of the same use cases that you would want for Husky. However, the big selling point of pre-commit is it works for a bunch of different programming languages. It's not limited to just JavaScript, and also it will install tools for you, so you don't need to, install Ruby or manage gems or whatever on your computer. It will set all that stuff up for you. So you can see, for instance, like you set up a small config file that says what tools and versions you want, and it knows how to install those and run them on your computer, which is kind of the magic that allows the CI system to work at all. But yeah, it's similar idea. Charmed says Pog. ProNerdJ says Monka.tos. I mean, a little bit. Did you pee the bed today? Rollers asks Jordan. Mewtwo says he did. Nice. Stunk says, I'm trying to download the ISO for Debian, and I guess I have to wait 20 days. Stunks, you might want to try the BitTorrent approach for downloading Linux ISOs. I usually find that works a lot better. You get a lot better throughput than the download links. Alexa says, the only thing that's nice about Husky is that it integrates itself on npm install. I actually think that's the worst thing about Husky, in that, like, as a side effect of installing the thing, it modifies your get hooks on disk. There's actually like a very unfortunate security problem with that, in that it can lead to arbitrary code just based on npm install. As kind of a meme on I want to say I did this on an April Fool's stream. I tried to mimic that same behavior in pre-commit, and it does work. It is just a terrible idea. I wrote this tool called pre-commit installed, which I have archived because you should probably not use this. This monstrosity. But I will show you that it does work. I have to turn off prompt command because I currently have a thing which does this for my repositories. Ace_tilly slash, I don't know, AST pretty, sure. And you can see that if I did git commit, that it's not going to run the git hooks because I don't have them set up. But if I were to make a virtual env and do pip install pre-commit installed, this will do the same wonky thing that what is it called? That Husky does upon installation. You can see that we get this this grand error message here. This error message is intentional, completely intentional. That's why it says this is fine. Please ignore the red text. This is fine. Everything is okay. But as a side effect of installing this package, you can see that oh wow, pip21 is going to remove this. That is gonna break so many things. It's a good move for exactly the same reason that this is fucked up. But this is gonna break so much stuff. But you'll notice that as a side effect of running that, now if I do git commit-mfoo, it's going to run the pre-commit hooks. And that is because the setup.py has arbitrary, terrible code that that does some terrible stuff there. But yeah. But anyway, Mikhail says I had to download QBitTorrent to download Ubuntu because I spent an hour just trying to download it normally through the browser. Oh no. Well, at least you got it working. Alexa says I like it because I don't have to nag people to enable the hooks locally. I guess that's fair. What we did at Yelp and at Lyft is we integrated pre-commit install into a bunch of common workflows. So like if you needed to set up a virtual environment on your machine at Lyft, you use this tool that I wrote called LiftVM. And LiftVM would set up your pre-commit hooks for you. At Yelp, if you ran make minimal, it would install the hooks for you. But basically, like, yeah, I used to put it in my talks files as well, where like you would run the tests, it would install the hooks for you. And I find that that's a decent middle ground. At least you're opting into some behavior about it. RKJ says, but hey, isn't npm just as much of an attack vector as Husky? I mean, yeah. It's really easy to write sketchy npm stuff that, you know, grab your Bitcoin wallet address, whatever, blah blah blahs, or do cryptos on your install. I just sound ridiculous at this point, but yeah, npm is a little bit easier of an attack vector than Husky is directly. Are they going to enable PEP 517 everywhere? Is that what this is about? Is this enabling isolated builds for everything? +1, -9. Ooh, this is a spicy. Oh, that one's off topic. That one's not spicy. Oh my god. Look at all of these things that are like people getting confused about this. This is kind of amazing. How much? Oh, it got locked. Locked as too heated. Oh, it's unlocked. Okay. Oh my god, this thread. Well, I'm not gonna get involved in this, but I think that's gonna break a whole bunch of shit. Little Storm says, did you write pre-commit before Yelp/left? Did you maintain/develop it for it on company time? How did that work? So the initial version of pre-commit, I actually talk about this in a podcast that I did. Was that on Talk Python? Yeah, it was in this podcast. It's pre-commit framework. So if you want to check out this video, I talk about it, or this podcast, I talk about it a little bit there. But I basically wrote pre-commit during college to enforce whitespace and other code format on my team partners because I cared a lot more about style and stuff than they did. But it used to just be this like kind of ugly. Actually, I think we can see the original version of this. Git log pre-commit.py. Git show this tilde. I think this is how you do this. Oh. And how do you do this? Show file and git revision get. Oh, it is colon file. I just hit it backwards. Git show. I was close to being right. But yeah, this is actually the original pre-commit.py. Interestingly enough, I think I have to run it with Python 2. Interestingly enough, it looks almost the same as the current pre-commit. It's of course a little bit different, but you know, the debugger check was there. You know, name test was there. I had to check for split lines instead of split. I had to check for tabs. I had to check for pyflakes, but you know, it looks very similar to how it did back then. Oh, you can see the failure message here as well. But yeah, it's come a long way since then. But while I was working at Yelp, I decided to kind of revive the project and make it an open source project, and I did so during a Yelp hackathon. And so the open source version of it was originally Yelp branded, but I got all of that removed and part of my contract and exit agreement as I left Yelp. So that was that. But yeah, I wasn't really supposed to work on it during company time, but I did anyway because fuck it, I'm gonna work on the shit that I want to work on. I'm gonna do the thing that benefits the company I'm working at most, and if that's working on open source software, I'm gonna be working on open source software. But yeah, Spice and Nerd's gonna spice it up and GitHub issues. Yeah. I don't want to download anything with a torrent after uTorrent. Yeah, well, uTorrent was just fucking sketchy stonks. There are other like fully open source torrent softwares that don't have sketchy ass shit in them and like have audited source code. Like uTorrent did like terrible thing, but yeah. Price setup.py install from their cold dead hands, right? Alexa says, don't say you did it on company time. Remember what they did to Richard in season 1 of Silicon Valley? Well, I mean, it's free open source software, like, yeah. I'm not, there's, yeah. I have it in a contract that I was allowed to take this software and make me the sole owner, so I really don't have to worry about that. But it's a good thought. I actually haven't seen Silicon Valley, so I don't really know. Okay, I gotta fill up my water. I will be right back, and then we will be trying to fix. Let me show you the bug in pre-commit.ci that we're going to be fixing. That I've shown a couple of times. This manage page works because I own this account, or I own this org. I own this org too, so this management page also works. But this one does not, and we're gonna be fixing that. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes, and then we'll work on that. All right, I'm back. I got my water. Okay, so I talked with GitHub support last night, and they gave me a little link that's supposed to fix this. And I was playing with this a little bit earlier. Let me grab that link. Here we go. They gave me this link earlier, which it's a little bit longer, but it's actually the wrong link. This shouldn't be go to new permissions. This should just go to the thing directly. And you'll see that it redirects, and we eventually get to pre-commit.ci/installation/installation ID. And I think if I use this URL in place of the HTML URL that I'm using right now, I should be able to fix that. RKJ says, did they fix your profile load time yet? No. They did not. Although it doesn't crash as often as it used to. But I think that's because I got removed from the Lyft org. That was actually faster, probably because one of you guys in chat just tried it. But yeah, it's you know, it's faster when it's cached, but sometimes it's really slow. Like I bet if I do a hard refresh, it'll take a while. Oh, that was actually not that bad. It's like 3 or 4 seconds. But it used to take like 15 plus seconds, and it would time out every other time you would load the page. So it has gotten a little bit better. Okay. But this is the URL that I want to use, and I think this is mostly just going to be a small template change, or 2 small template changes. Pre-commit.ci. Make sure we're up to date. James Wayne says, here goes the most controversial topic of the day. Do we use a capital letter after comment like capital comment or something like lowercase comment? I don't like pressing the shift key. So I'm going to use lowercase comment. Are you mentioning this because I did a recent pull request to CPython where somebody told me to capitalize my comments and I got grumbly about it? Because if so, that did happen recently. Closed. No. No. Fuck, where was this? I mean, it was this one, but what's the original PR? 19910. This one? Yeah. They told me to capitalize my comments and to put a period at the end. I was just like, it's like a fucking waste of my time. But yeah, I don't bother. As Benja Jovial says, capitalization is for boomers. I did say that a couple streams ago. The other server says, has anyone heard about Intel's 11th gen processors? Can it compete with AMD again? I have no idea. DownDF Coding says, I didn't realize you could filter PR authors like that. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. You can also, this is a search that I don't know whether GitHub advertises anywhere, but you can do like, is pull, is open, I think it's is PR. And then involves utility. And this will do all issues all pull requests that are open that you've either commented on or are your PRs themselves. So you can see like these are all of the PRs that I have, you know, worked on in some way that are still open, which is kind of cool. I wonder what the last page of them are. Oh yeah, Travis CI like literally never doing their things. 2015 this was created. In a few more months we could commemorate the 4th anniversary of this PR. Yep, it's past its 4-year mark. Happy birthday, PR 307 on Travis.rb. It's amazing that this has stayed open that long, given that like there's not that many pull requests here. Actually, it's the second oldest one. That's kind of amazing. But anyway, that's kind of a cool, nifty little search. James Wayne says, hold up, people actually lose their shit because of capitalizing? That's gold. I'm long happy people don't use lowercase I for I. I do like to capitalize the word I. Real boomers put 2 spaces after the period. Damn it, RKJ. Why do you guys say such true things like that? I like 2 spaces after periods. That PR can go to kindergarten now. 5 years, isn't it? Oh, it's 2020. Yeah, that would be 5 years. I can subtract 5. Oh boy. Okay, so web templates. 2 spaces after full stop just looks wrong. I like it. The thing is, on websites, it doesn't matter because it converts 2 spaces in 1 space. Unless you use non-breaking spaces, but who does that? Let's see. Index. Has music stopped? It has stopped. Like, things are a bit too quiet now. Okay, install.install URL. This is the problematic URL that we need to change. Unfortunately, this is going to mean that there's going to be data in my database that we're not going to be using. Data install. Yeah, so you can see that we have this install URL here. Property def HTML URL. Let's see, I have an issue for this, right? I think Grangert made this issue. Pre-commit /issues. Issues. Number 7. Yeah. See, number 7. The HTML URL GitHub gives us is wrong. Wow, we wrote a doc string. I never write doc strings. Doc strings usually are not things that I do. But we return Oh, we don't have service on this. I'll eventually have to update how this code works when we make a second service. Most of the stuff I've thought about it ahead of time, but a lot of the stuff I have not. So when I add, you know, GitLab support or whatever, I will have to do this. Also, GitHub Enterprise. It already kind of works for GitHub Enterprise, although the links are wrong. Okay, so what does this link look like? Oh, hey, Molson82, Pixel Tree, and Maramu Gamer. Thank you all for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Sorry I missed those earlier follows. I was probably while I was grabbing water. We need app name. And then installation / self.install ID. We get this under 80 characters. App equals creds dot. I know I have a creds thing for this, right? Pre-commit.ci impl local creds. GitHub app ID. Hey, what's up, Filippo Fonseca? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. If you use camel case, you can save the bytes needed for spacers. Jigger says, dinner time later? Well, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around. James Wayne says, for the love of God, someone fix a script to notify Anthony's music stops, man. It's every stream. Yeah. Well, the problem is, I literally just have like a YouTube video open, YouTube playlist, and YouTube is like, I'm gonna stop you. Ha ha ha. I could write a user script that just clicks continue. Yeah, I could maybe do that. It works, but the links are wrong, right? Hey, what's up, Omarista? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Dampro says, hi, I'm from Brazil. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Also now the bot thinks that the bot is from Brazil. But anyway, should be able to change this from install URL to HTML URL. Then we gotta find all the places that install URL are rendered because they are probably wrong. That's weird. I must reference this in a different way in the other one. Hey, what's up, MP Dylan? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I wonder what I do. Oh, we already fixed that other one, so it's just this one. So it should now be HTML URL. And make sure that this still works. Proxy. Want to run the .aws version. And that's print. We want private window. Why is it not on my IP address anymore? I guess we can just log in to GitHub. Do it that way. Log in with my other account that I used while I was testing this, and I still use it while I'm testing it, actually, now that I think about it. And we should be able to go here. And then navigate to the check, which is a 404, because why is this a 404? I didn't blow away this data store. Maybe I did blow away the data store? Oh, this was when I was testing the development version of this. Shit. Yeah, actually import creds. so now this managed link. 404s. Oh, we have the wrong value here. So it's not GitHub app ID, it is what? GitHub app name? Let's try that. Hey! Nice. That works there. The problem is testing this in prod is kind of tricky. Fortunately, I have like a sneaky prod mode. Hey! webatxcent, thank you for the resubscription. 4 months! Appreciate your continued support. If you guys don't know webatxcent, they're also a streamer. Working on a JavaScript game, which is pretty cool. I'm doing well. How are you doing, webatxcent? Dota says, reopen and close so many times. Yeah, I use that to test the... Closing and reopening causes pre-commit.ci to rerun the job, so I use that whenever I want to test another run. So like, for instance, if I were to run the worker, pre-commit.ci dot worker.q, if I were to run the worker, and I were to close and reopen, you can see that it has started a run here. Hey, what's up, Nananish? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see here, that we're running. It's doing the build right now. And if we refresh this now, it should be done. Cool. But yeah. And it built these ones from scratch, because apparently they were not updated. But yeah, that's what I do when I test stuff. So that's why it worked that way. Hey, what's up? Kentajerna, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. webatxcent says, doing good, just finished work, trying to unwind a bit for forcing myself to the gym. I know that feel. I know that feel. I have to do some gymming soon as well. Cause I woke up too late this morning and I didn't do any of my biking, but I will be doing that later. Unwind from work, can identify too well. Yeah. Nananish says, I'm doing good. How are you doing? I'm doing well. I am doing well. Okay, but anyway, I showed you a run. That's that. What I wanted to show is I think I can pretend to be prod temporarily. We're gonna do it in a read-only capacity. Pre-commit.ci and equals AWS. Pre-commit.ci.web.app. And how's this gonna work? I don't think I can render the prod web app because I don't think I can log in. Shit. Yeah, I don't think I can log in. Maybe I can't do that. I should, I should make a better way to test this in like a staging environment, because the problem is the dev app is limited to a specific user, and that user doesn't have access to other orgs, so I can't actually show this working. But yeah, fuck it, we'll do it live. Get add issue. That's what alpha's for, right? Ship it straight to prod. We at least have tests, but the tests definitely don't cover this case. What are you doing? Why did that take so long to discover? It took 1.5 seconds to run tests. Oh, I know why. I know why. Because that's to... Wait, no. It doesn't run Podman. Don't know, don't really care. Fix management URL. Fix repo management URL. Scripts.build lambda. We're gonna... Let's make lambda. I am gonna deploy this to my staging environment first. Actually, I can't view the web of that either, so like we're gonna do both staging and prod, I guess, but staging I can't verify. because my setup is still wonky. But I will improve this later. But update function code. There we go. Hey, what's up? Fujit Manjumder India. Thank you for the follow, and Axaxes. Thank you as well for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Captain Journa says, hello, greetings from Greece. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Are you from Brazil? I'm not from Brazil, but the bot is. Because somebody set the MOT to that. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Easy Light says, help, I'm trapped. Some guys run code talking about code. That's amazing. Great Bambino said, Bambino says, why don't you use a terminal manager like Tmux? I use the mouse a lot. I found Tmux kind of annoying. I do use it occasionally. I do have it set up. But I find that it is more work than it is worth. Like, I don't derive any benefit from it locally. So, yeah, that's why. What am I writing? I'm working on an app, this app here actually, called pre-commit.ci. We're fixing a little micro bug. There's my terminal, my Twitch chat there too. How isn't that where Jucarius from? Maybe, probably, I don't know. Why not NeoVim? Omar, if you type why not Vim, the bot will actually reply to you. Which is funny. You're embarrassing the keyboard with that mouse. That's so true. That's 100% true, Benjajovial. Oh, wait, why didn't it work? Really? I could have sworn that was a trigger word. Oh, you gotta say, is that Vim? Or why don't you use Vim? Would trigger it. But there we go. Why don't you use Vim? Until you use a tile-based Windows Manager, you couldn't know what you lost. I've tried a tile-based Window Manager, Omer, and I didn't like it. So I switched back to it. Juice says, Anthony, I need you to weigh in on this. On the podgrammers? With the little XD computer here? Is this the final version? Because the aliasing on this is different than the aliasing on this. And it's pretty noticeable. Like you can see this one's blurry and this one's sharp. Maybe I'm being too critical. What happened to the RAM? I like the little RAM dude. The RAM dude was nice. But this is fine. Chip it. Chip it. Your aliasing is different? This is literally a PNG. Oh, you're saying, well, your aliasing is different. I see. I get it now. I get it. I get it now. I understand. I understand. Is this in PowerShell or just command? I mean, my operating system is Windows, but I am running a Linux virtual machine. So this is Ubuntu. But my text editor works on Linux and Windows and macOS, so designer, damn it, I see. Thoughts on WSL2. I talk about my thoughts here. I think it's a cool piece of technology, but I don't use it because I use other virtual machines, and it makes those not work because of Hyper-V. So, okay, I think I deployed dev. Let me do prod now. Put update function code? Yeah. Fortunately, it's pretty easy for me to roll back prod, so even if this is wrong, you know, mean time to recovery, which is our fancy fast metric here, is fast. So this URL should now work. And it does. Dope. And make sure the other ones still work as well. Should be able to do this and an org. Nice. Sick! This link still works too. Cool. Awesome. Hit push origin head. So I can go and close that issue. Pre-commit.ci /issues/issues/7. This should be... Oh wait, this is the wrong issue. No! I grabbed the wrong green shirt issue. Dia install. It's not 7. Fuck. Of course I just typed the full URL, so I don't actually have a back button. It was not 7, it was 9. No? 6. Oh no, force push. This should be fixed now. Thanks for the report. I'm using this URL format now. Boop. Fixed a boog. Here's what chat says, why do you use Nginx for Flask? In my little local run here. Well, the original reason was kind of two parts. One was to prevent IP addresses that are not mine from viewing this. The other was to not show my IP address, but I just did both of those things, so whoops. That's why I use Nginx. Not really any particular reason. But also I'm running the Flask app in development mode, and there's probably some header injection shenanigans there, although Nginx will probably just forward along the header injection, so I don't know that that's actually saving me anything, but that's why I'm doing that. Hey, what's up, iSatisfied? Hello, hello. Good to see you, and welcome back. Juice says, I'm leaving to come over. Don't you have work, Juice? Alright, well, I'll see you when you come over. Oh, wait, you have today off. You have no meetings today or something like that. But yeah, I guess I'll see you soon. Sfojit says, I'm here to learn a lot. Ghosting, cool. What? I'm confused. I am confused. It's to stop chat trolling. Yeah. That was actually, oh yeah, that was the reason why, RKJ. Now I remember. Yeah, it's because people can hit the endpoint, and this filters out everything that's not chat, and so I only see the requests that I mean to see over in this tab. But yeah, that is the actual reason. You're right. Graham Bambino says, why don't you roll your own text editor for bragging rights? I talk about my reasoning for it in the video that's linked here. So check out that video. I talk about there's like 4 or 5 reasons why I want to do it. Would I recommend doing it? Probably not. But it did work. Bang lurk. Oh, he meant to do bang lurk. Oh, I see. Cool. Sounds good. I mean the prod web server on top of Flask. So in prod, I'm not using Nginx. In prod, I am using API gateway with a glue layer between Amazon's Lambda events and then Flask. The reason that I use Flask is because, I don't know, I know it pretty well, so that's why I picked it. I like it. It works reasonably well. Fuji says, if you're in a virtual machine, it would show virtual machine IP, not where you do it from unless he is of curious nature, and that is an invasion of privacy. So I've set my VM to be a bridge network, so it has the same IP address as my host machine. So if if you see the IP address of the request made from my web browser, which is outside of my VM, it's going through the public internet and then coming back through the public internet to connect to my machine. So it would show my actual IP address. But I'm not super concerned about people knowing my IP address. So it's not a big deal. But yeah, and normally requests made from inside a VM and outside a VM will have the same IP. Unless you have like some really complicated setup which allows you to forward along requests there. Okay. But anyway, actually, let's leave that open. So this bug is solved. Let's see if there's any other bugs that I can do really quickly. Although I'm 3 hours into the stream, and Juicel's coming over soon, so... This one's hard to reproduce locally. This one's easy, but easy to reproduce, but... the code for this is pretty wonky, and... yeah, so the problem is... Actually, maybe the code isn't that bad. Maybe the code isn't that bad. I mean, the code is terrible, because right now I have, like, 2 mega functions. This function is, what? Close to 200 lines long? I guess it's not that long. Well, it's 100 lines long. This function is big, though, and it's kind of complicated and a little bit tangly. And I do plan to split it up at some point. But the problem with that bug is the set repo status call is only occurring after the run happens. And I need this call to also happen in the case where things error out above up here. Which is... Oh, here. So I also need to do that setup and that code here as well, which is the problem. But we can reproduce this pretty easily by breaking the master branch here. So you can see, oh, I didn't badge this repo. Let me badge this repo. Actually, we'll just open the badge link because badging the repo just puts my IP address more in the public. Oh, I don't know this running either. Don't want the prod version. Yeah, you can see there's a past badge here. If I go to this repo, oh, I don't have a way to click through to the repo on here. It's fine, I can do that later. Stili2/demo. We're just gonna break this by intentionally break pre-commit config, and we're gonna yellow this to master. Not supposed to do that, but whatever. And we'll see. Oh, I need to actually run the queue. And you should see this build fail. Yeah, errored, and that should be reflected here. Yeah, so you can see this errored. And, you know, tried to clone pre-commit hooks, and this is actually new messaging here. This was added yesterday. And you can see that we get an error here. The problem is, since this was on the master branch, it should have set the status for this repo to be errored. But you can see that it is still passed. So that's the bug. That's what we're going to try and fix. Can you recommend a book on Python? I actually don't read books, so I don't have any recommendation there, unfortunately. Babby's the best editor, although I might slightly regret using Java with it with no autocomplete. Yeah, Java you kind of need autocomplete. Gripping says Nano, so I typed Nano on my terminal, but Nano is alias to Babby, so it's actually opening my text editor, Babby. But I used to use Nano. Banana says, almost midnight, so I gotta go to sleep. Thanks for the stream, and bye. Well, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around in the future. Suvajit says, can you teach regular and get paid? You're a master, and you can apply for teaching at regular basis. Yeah, I probably could do some teaching. I have not really looked into that at all. I'd be interested in teaching. I used to teach in college. I was a TA for Intro to Programming, which was pretty cool. At repo status. What are the various statuses? I wonder if I have a status for error versus failure. Probably don't. Probably have to fix that, actually, now that I think about it. Oh no, we have error. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I think all we need to do is in this step callback, stat status for branch. Service branch state. Oh, I guess it's supposed to be state. State. And not ref dot starts with oh, actually we can just do this. If ret v and pr in data. Else fix command equals none. Yeah. Okay, so then I can take this code. Actually, this code. And make a little function up here. If ref dot starts with that should all be available at this point, right? Because it's up here. Yeah, ref. And get the branch, set repo status, service, repo name. Yeah, this should all be fine and dandy. Even if it's on one line. Look at that. So we should also be able to do that here. Set branch status error as well. Is it error or errored? I should really reuse that enum. It is error. Pre-commit.ci data status. Repo status. It should return. We're not gonna bother with this type stuff. We'll do type stuff some other time. But let's try that all again now. Need to restart you and restart you. Set Brad is statue. I got the name wrong both times. Amazing. Set status for branch. Yeah, we got it right there though. That looks reasonable. Okay, we gotta restart this guy again. Okay, so I should be able to re-trigger this webhook. Unfortunately, I can't show you this because it shows credentials in plain text because GitHub is amazing. Love when they do that. Oh! Wait a second. I think they fixed it. Oh my god, they fixed it. It no longer... Maybe they've watched my stream. Maybe they've seen me complain about this so many fucking times that they've finally fixed it. It no longer shows creds in plain text. Maybe... I don't know. I'm gonna say this is my doing. But anyway, I'll bring this back over here now. But this page used to show creds. In case it's an experiment, I'm not going to show it because it might refresh. But this was the branch push. Yeah, so I'm going to redeliver this so we can re-trigger the build. This should cause it to end up in a failed state. You can type links in chat, by the way. I allow links. Okay, so now it ran. Where is this? So we should have gotten another error on master. So yeah, errored in 3.3 seconds. Cool. And this should have been a failure now. Why you know? Why are you passing? Why are you passing? Humble Tony. Right. Right? Hey, what's up, equals one? Hello, hello. Links? Not like this. I mean, it's fine. You can post links in chat. What the fuck? What happened here? Why didn't this, Why didn't it happen here? Surely this code ran. Let's re-trigger that webhook again. Re-deliver. Yes. Should we get we should get a breakpoint here. Cool. And if we step into this, yeah. Service, repo name, branch, state, repo ID, run ID. That looks right. Hey, what's up, Archer P? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. I am very confused. I'm very, very confused. What is happening in the database, I guess? SQLite 3 local slash, it should be in statuses. Yeah, this looks correct. Wonder what run this links to? Maybe it's a bug in my local data store implementation. It could be that. Oh, okay. This links to the oldest run. It should be linking to the newest run. Who doesn't have that problem in prod? Oh wait. This should have been a primary key collision. This should have overwritten these other two values. That's the problem. Primary key is hash key range key. How are there three things that are the same value in here? Create table wat, K1, K2, primary key, and this one's nullable. K1, K2. Insert into wat, values, high, null. What? What the fuck is going on here? Is there some, let's see, nullable primary key SQLite? In SQL standard, the primary key must not contain null values. SQLite allows the primary key to contain null values. Can I do this with a unique constraint? Yeah, this is just a bug in my local implementation. It's probably fine in the actual version. Unique constraint SQLite. Unique constraints, here we go. Create unique index. Create unique index wet idx on wet k1, k2. What the fuck? Well then, I think I have to invent my own null to make this work. Jump says it's spelled links, L-Y and X. Yeah. Not fraud, you can check yourself. Oh yeah, I don't want to work at Google. Yellow Schmoll says, why does SQLite insert duplicate composite primary keys? Oh, is just the whole thing gonna be broken? Means unique not null. You shouldn't expect to be able to have a null and a value for a primary key. You can declare primary key columns not null and not put null in them. So it's undefined behavior. This is like when you declare a column set unique null. Is there a workaround? That's wild. I didn't know that's a thing. Okay, well, we'll make our own fake null then. Fake null! Because I'm really only using null there to pretend to be a key value store. It's a really bad fake key value store. Oh, I'm gonna have to blow away all my tables. Oh, that sucks. That's fine. It sucks, but it's fine. Set status on build error. Set status badge on build error. Damn, Algebra, you were so close to triggering the bot. If you spell out the word "you" and type it again, the bot will tell you the answer there. Like try typing "do you use them," but without "you" as one letter. There we go. There we go, Cyber Bunny. Thank you for that. Simple candy store. Okay, so this is the bug that I have right now. We gotta make range key not null. And range key equals range. Let's see. Range key if range key is not null, else we've invented our own fake null. Query only supports hash key. Query IDX only supports hash key. Is that really the only places that I do this? Oh, here we have a problem as well. Range key is not none. Oh, this is gonna be... Fake null none. Oh, I hate this so much. It's real gross. But this is me pretending to be a key value store. Do the same thing down here. But bulk is easy. Get item. Let's see if that works. We need to dumble my data stores. So that should have moved all of the databases to be the old ones now. And we'll delete those after, assuming this works. Start these two. And I should be logged out here. I should be super logged out and everything should be broken. Alright, let's log in. This should be not found. We actually need to trigger it to refresh this by adding or removing a repo. So we're just going to remove a repo. That should send us back here. So now this should exist. And this should exist. And if we re-trigger a run here, and no, not you. Look at this one. That should trigger a run. And that errored. This should say error now. Should see the run here. So that's mostly working. Let's let's fix it on master. Pre-commit hooks. 330 is the new version. Be 3.3.0. Unbreak pre-commit config. That should do a new run here. Okay. Now we should be able to see here, and it's turned green now. Okay, cool. That looks good. Cool. Just to test that this works. Logout works. Cool. Awesome. That looks great. Just a little bug in my local implementation. Delete all those old data stores. Hey, what's up, Estudioso and Deviancy? Thank you both for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Suvajit says, thanks for the chats. I will retrieve hard drive now. Take care. Well, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around. Ultima says I was so close, right? Imagine Anthony was just using a VS Code plugin this whole time, and he bean bamboozled us. Bean boozled us. I see. What is he currently working on? I'm currently working on pre-commit.ci. You can do bang today. You can check that out. Deviancy says, hi, I'm a beginner programmer and I use PyCharm. What are you using right now and how do I get it? You can type bang babby or bang editor into chat. That's what that'll show the same thing. The message is supposed to be slightly AI. But yeah. The other server says, what is the GitHub word diff equivalent? GitHub doesn't have a word diff viewer, unfortunately. It'd be really nice if they did, but only have the white space one. Cyberpunny. Are you suggesting I make a bang Christian singles command? That'd be pretty funny. Get add-u, get commit-m, fix, fake, kv store, implementation. P-key can't be nullable. Okay, but that fixes this bug, and so now I'm going to trigger deploy. Deploys take forever, so I'm going to do that offline. Unfortunately, it takes like 20 minutes to deploy right now, but I will improve the deploy time at some point. But it's not as, like, hopefully once this is mostly done, I'm not going to be deploying very often. I might be updating the Docker image or the website, but probably not the backend all that often. Yes, good reminder there, the Endless Server. Also, how's it going, No Booty? Good to see you. 12-hour stream. So on Saturday, this week, we're going to be doing a 12-hour stream. It's going to be starting at 10 o'clock my time. Let me get to the... Oh, I can just do this calendar. So we're going to be doing a 12-hour stream on Saturday. And the plan is, for the 12-hour stream, the plan is that we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff, including playing video games. We're going to be doing some... of course, writing code. I mean, it's Anthony Red's code. We got to be writing some code. We're going to be doing a hack the box, which will be cool. I have to talk to Michaela and figure out which one she wants me to do. But we're going to be doing some, you know, capture the flags sort of dealios. That'll be pretty fun. Hey, what's up, FGI Droid? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And of course, we're going to be eating some food as I tend to do. But it should be pretty neat. We should be doing some kind of different content than we usually do. So make sure to stop by for that. That's gonna be 10 Pacific time, so double check your clocks here, or just, you know, add this Google Calendar. It's linked from my description below. What baking goodies are you gonna make this time? I don't know. I think I'm gonna make pumpkin bread. I'm gonna make pumpkin bread, or pumpkin pie bread, I guess is more accurate name for it, but I'm not entirely sure what that's going to be. But it should be good. But stop by for that. Come hang out with me. Make sure I'm not lonely for 12 hours while I stream Insanity. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. Let me do my little spiel, and then we'll go find someone to rate. So my name is Anthony. I have a YouTube channel where I upload previous content as well as educational content. Check out the purple videos. Those are the educational content. That's youtube.com/AnthonyRedsCode, same as my Twitch handle. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays. And I announce my streams in 2 places. One of them is on Twitter. That's twitter.com/codewithanthony, where basically I say, I'll be streaming such amount of time and stuff that I plan on working on. And we actually did both of those things today, which is pretty cool. I also announced them on the Discord, which you guys are free to join. It's a small programming Discord where, I don't know, it's a nice little group of people, and we meme about stuff. There's a beginners channel if you want to ask questions. You can check that out as well. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by, and let's go find someone to rate.